Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. on Thursday, December 8th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge expects sunny skies with a high of 80. Coming up on OTB, T-Bob is back from parental leave, and we talk LSU football with Shay Dixon at 9 a.m. Also, Scott Kushner, the advocate, joins the show at 9:30. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome in. Welcome back to OTB, December 8th, 2022, a brand new Off the Bench. And, well, if you listen daily, then it's been a while since we have talked to one another. And so, in fact, I guess it's been since last Thursday, as that was the final day before I was set to have a child. The team all went down to Atlanta for an SEC championship, and a lot has happened in the past 7 days. So we will get into all of it on today's show. Huge thank you to everybody who hit me up, text, social media, whatever. Congratulations. All of the kind thoughts and words that all of our wonderful community sent my way. It really does mean the world. It was awesome, man. And so, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Very excited to be back. Certainly, when you get addicted to taking, you miss taking. Also, want to hear about Atlanta and how everything went down there. But yeah, man, just really fantastically happy as I am currently in that newborn glow, which is there's not a lot of sleep, but there is a lot of emotional fulfillment, which I do find to be very satisfying. So what's up, boys? How's it going, man? What's up, Jake?
We're all doing good. We're glad to have you back. More importantly, how is Quad Bob doing?
Quad Bob is doing well. Quad Bob is doing very well.
Caitlin good too? Everybody good?
Yeah, that's all I cared about, was making sure that baby and mom were healthy. And as soon as it was clear that both of them would be healthy, then the celebration ensued. So
I mean, that is a bear baby.
Mm-hmm. He's a big boy, pushing 10
he
pounds.
looks just like you in the face
pushing
already.
10 pounds, little cotton top like I was back in the day. It's pretty cool, man. I got to give my doctor, Dr. Chauvin, credit, not just for another excellent delivery. She's now delivered my whole family into this world, but I appreciate some good showmanship. And she literally pulled the baby halfway out of the womb, kept the genitals hidden inside of my wife's wide open vivisected stomach, and kind of did this showman pause, and it was and then pulled his little balls out, and it was really funny. It was fantastic. I immediately started bawling, crying, which really isn't saying much. I immediately started bawling, crying the second I saw every one of my children. So but it was it was something truly just special.
Yeah, because
awesome.
I mean, in your mind, you didn't care. You just wanted a healthy
Healthy
baby,
baby,
but
healthy
you
mom.
thought it was going to be a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to you, you thought it was going to be just another girl because you already had two.
Yeah, I'm a math guy, and the odds are, if you do, everybody knows this. I am a math guy. I don't want to hear anybody dispute this point.
No, I got something funny to tell you after
But
this.
the odds are that you're going to have another girl, so which would be great as well. Even though this kid's got some big hands. Y'all better chill on all these tiny hand jokes.
You don't
dude.
think that
He's
the
got
chat's
some big
been
hands
asking?
and some big feet.
Most people ask,
Big hands, big feet.
how much did the baby weigh? The chat's been asking, how large were his hands?
Legitimately big hands.
Okay.
I'm not even. I think he got my wife's hands, who are as
Good.
big as mine.
Yes.
I always make fun of my wife the same way that Archer makes fun of Lana for her tractor or her shovel hands.
Yeah.
My wife's got hands. I mean, she could dig you out a ditch if you needed to. They're just massively long. So so I think he got her hands.
Good, good.
Hopefully.
You did miss yesterday where Flynn was talking about math. He's like, it's physics.
Wait, Flynn showed up? I thought
did.
Flynn, wow. I thought
He wasn't going to.
I thought he was on the December, I thought he was on the holiday season tour.
We're supposed to do 2 shows together on Wednesdays. He showed up for one of them, and I'm glad he showed up for this one.
It's like one, so out of the 8 potential shows over the last month, he got 1 out of 8.
He got 1 out of 8.
Hell
He
yeah,
has 1 out of 8.
There you go.
But he's like, it's math, it's physics. I was like, I'm pretty sure physics is a science. And he's just, and it's just Flynn. We had an hour of kind of old school flustering.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about Cocaine Bear.
I think that Cocaine Bear is, I very much doubt whether or not it's going to live up to the hype. I think it's a very funny story. I think it's obviously very memey in terms of how to talk about it, make jokes about it. I think that this is classic Hollywood, maybe letting an idea run away with themselves. Maybe it ends up being a good movie. I don't know though. I don't have much faith. I do love the story of this wild bear though, getting into what is it, like pounds and pounds?
Yeah,
of cocaine?
it was more. Flynn said they probably wrote this script after listening to our 2-hour show about meth gators back in the day.
That would tie in. I think there's a direct correlation in terms of subject matter between meth gators and cocaine bears. This is completely.
It could be the sequel.
Yeah, that's true, baby. I mean, okay, yes, literally with how Hollywood works, even if the movie sucks, if it memes its way into making money, the sequel path will be wide open, and literally Meth Gator sounds perfect. It also just sounds very Florida.
I was about to say it's filmed in Gainesville.
Yeah, where is Cocaine Bear? I don't know much about the
Looks
actual
a lot
film.
of redwood trees.
Okay.
So
it makes
maybe
sense.
in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I feel like if I was ever gonna create a massive drug organization, I would probably do Pacific Northwest. There's just a lot of woods. I feel like a lot of unexplored woods, a lot of room to maybe get some secret drug stuff going on. Okay, so I think I want to do a little overrun of everything that I missed while I was out. We have to talk about the best team in the Western Conference. Again, that is not opinion, that is fact. As if you look up the NBA standings right now, the New Orleans Pelicans are not second, not third, not tied for first, but are in sole possession of first place in the Western Conference. And there's a reason why I've gone back to the Zion jersey over the BI jersey, and it's because Zion deserves it. He has been on a tear since my child has been born. Unfortunately, it wasn't all good since, that's the other funny thing, the sisters. We have any Righteous Gemstones fans in here? Nobody? None.
I have watched a couple because you told me to, and I think it's very funny.
Oh, my God.
Do you feel a little greasy when you watch it? Tad bit.
Yeah, especially the grease level's probably even harder at the beginning, but
it's got great vice principal vibes because a lot of the same cast.
Yeah, it's the ultimate Danny McBride vehicle.
Yes.
He wrote it and directed it, and it's about televangelist scandal and family, which is I find very funny to begin with.
Yeah, we know something about that here in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? We drive by every day. That old TV network building, everything they got over there, Sun Life Network or whatever. But so in that show, Walter Goggins, who I love, I think that's the actor's name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is, right? Yeah, he plays a character called Uncle Baby Billy. And my kids have taken to calling Bobby the Fourth, Baby Bobby. And so I can just see it that is going to stick. And one day he is going to be Uncle Baby Bobby. Just out there scheming people, snake oil salesmen trying to make ends meet.
What are y'all going to call? And you never know. You never know what a nickname's going to take on. I mean, all of my boys, we don't call them by their name. We call them by what we've ended up.
We've just ended up going Bobby so far.
Disappointing.
Sometimes Lil Bobby, maybe.
Lil Bobby.
But
any chance Quad Bob?
I don't think Quad Bob is going to catch on.
Gonna like that.
After all the memes.
I can tell we're going to be all around each other, and Quad Bob's going to be 3 years old, and I'm going to call him Quad Bob, and Caden's going to be I really hate when he does that.
No. Look, I don't think she will care if anybody else calls him that, but I'm not going to lie. Calling him Bobby, given that it's my dad's name, it reminds me of my grandpa as well. it was really weird the first few days. Like, it felt like awkward. Like, it felt like I was forcing it. Trying to make fetch happen, but eventually it did. It's kind of happened, and now even but I even find myself saying baby Bobby, which is quite funny as well. Uncle Baby Bobby. All right, so when we get back, let's talk about everything that we missed over the weekend. I mean, this includes the Saints imploding, Pelicans exploding, transfer portal season, Keyshawn Booty news, the SEC championship. The bowl game is now set. The playoffs are set. Prime time to bowl. The World Cup's going on. And I don't know what's going on with LSU basketball. I was going to ask y'all. Keep it locked. It's going to be a very fun show here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Go to Riverlands Insurance. Riverlands Insurance Services. Go hit up our guy Thomas. Email today. And let's see how much you can save. That's right. That's how it works, man. You just call up Thomas and make an email, give him a little information, and then they go around shopping, man. And they do all the heavy lifting. And they come back, they put a policy in front of you that's going to be the best policy from a price coverage standpoint, probably save you some money. Could be $100, could even be thousands of dollars in some cases. So treat yourself this Christmas by saving money. What you got to have, which is insurance. Go to Riverlands Insurance. Call Tom's email.
Yeah, largest progressive agent in the entire state of Louisiana, but that's not obviously the only company they work with. Representing over 100 insurance carriers writing business here in Louisiana. We tell you every single day, voted #1 insurance workplace in 2022 by Insurance Business Magazine. So you get all of that with the customer service of Thomas's cell phone. Let me give you that number, 225-206-1517.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
We get it done with strength, commitment, dedication, grit.
We get it done with passion for our fans
and love for our community. We are
the Tigers.
Get it done.
Let the values of the purple and gold be in your starting lineup this season. And as always, get it done.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. me, Jimmy Otten, handyman for the Thursday edition of Game Time. We're live at Jolie Pearl. Oh, man, have you seen it? The elves have landed. Oh, it's like Christmas at Jolie Pearl. Ho, ho, Annie. On 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob, the 2022 LAB Prestige Award winner for Best Sports Radio Show, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo! Welcome back to OTB. Hope you're having a wunderbar holiday season. I know I am. Just bringing up the chat right now. I'll get to all of these questions. We could do a question segment to the final hour of the show as Jake is leaving me for the final hour of the show. Dictating that just 2 hours together is too much.
Yeah.
And he cannot handle it.
That's right. Been here by myself. I miss T-Bob, but not that much.
You left me before I left you. Be clear about that. Let's remember how the rhythm of all of this went down.
T-Bob, I cannot tell you what day was what last week. Like, I have no idea.
How was Atlanta?
It was great. How did I leave you? I'm trying to think.
What?
I left you? I thought we did Thursday show.
No, you were gone on Thanksgiving break. And then
you're
I did
talking about
those
that.
shows. Yes.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about last week.
I mean, we haven't done a show together in like 2 weeks. I don't believe. And now you're leaving me again.
We
immediately.
We came back. We were at City Slice. We did that show on Friday.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah, and we actually did shows all last week together until we both left on Friday. But it seems like it was a month ago. It is true.
I don't think that's true.
It is.
We did a whole week of shows together. Oh, that is true. Yeah.
It is true.
I forgot about that. Never mind.
No, all jokes aside, I'm very glad to have T-Bob back, obviously. I mean, this is not a solo show. It is a duo show, and that's one of the things we love about it. But I am going to Philadelphia, and I'm having to leave Baton Rouge at 10:30. So I figure if I leave here at 9, get to the airport at 9:30, I should be good to go.
Easy money.
I should be good to go. So I'm getting to cover Army Navy bucket list item. Very excited about it.
Nice. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to getting some updates from there.
Yeah, I'll be. I'm going if Danny figures out how to work it. I'm going to. He gets so mad. I'll jump on the teams tomorrow and do some segments from Philadelphia.
All right, cool. All right, so things that I missed while on, I guess, what you could call paternity leave. I missed the Saints completely imploding. Just an awful Monday night game. The worst part is, and to be clear, I did not watch a ton of live sports over the past few days. Obviously, been helping with mom and the baby and everything, and I just caught where I could, and unfortunately, the only thing I caught of that game were the last 5 minutes. I literally started watching the game at the Mark Ingram going out of bounds play, which very depressingly, we learned today, Mark Ingram now has an MCL sprain that's out 6 to 8 weeks, which means that could very well be the final play that you see Mark Ingram in a New Orleans Saints uniform, which is a real just bummer of a way to go out for a guy who has meant way more to this team than this one, bad moment and just a completely lost year that doesn't really mean anything anyway. So it's kind of par for the course this year, I guess. What can go wrong will go wrong with this New Orleans Saints team, as at that point, there's 5 minutes left. They just got on back-to-back field goal drives. It had taken up like 14 minutes. They're 16-3. Tampa hadn't done anything. It looks like we're all going to be laughing at Tampa once again. It looks like somehow the Saints are going to be relevant to the division conversation, which it would have been. I mean, I would have not allowed myself to care at all, but that still would have been half a game behind Tampa, right? And that's when everything changed, and the pass interference, Tom Brady, even getting the holding and still finding a way back into the end zone later on. Just an absolutely brutal beat for Dennis Allen and the New Orleans Saints. And right when you think that Dennis Allen and this staff and this team can't find a way to piss off fans more, they just completely outdo themselves and managed to dig through that bedrock even deeper down into the crust of disappointment.
It was such a disappointing loss because they looked like the entire time they were going to win the game, and they were dominating the pace of the game, and they had a lead, and it's like you're about to have the same amount of wins as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you have a chance.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so devastating is, yes, it's a bad year, but if you win that game, you have the same amount of wins. Now they still have the lead because of losses, and you've played one more game, but you're right there. To have that game, I mean, until the final minutes, it felt like it was in hand. It felt like they could not do anything offensively against your defense. And then you have that play. And look, Mark Ingram has made a ton of plays in his NFL career, but this is a rookie mistake by a veteran player. That's what it is. You can't go out of bounds in that situation, even if you fall forward. And I know he's injured. You just fall forward, stay in bounds. Even if you didn't pick up the first down, that helps. But you could have picked up the first down. So it's a double whammy here. That completely changed the game. It was a game-changing play, and we always say here, what? Bad teams find a way to lose.
Yeah.
And this is finding a way to lose.
I feel you, but also get a stop, defense. You've been doing it all day. Just get one more.
100%, but also
get a first
how many
down
times are you going to stop the greatest of all time? Like, you can't bank on that. Like, eventually he's going to have success. And
last year's defense did it.
That's not the only play that lost him the game, but that hurts so much because it's a veteran player, again, that's been in so many situations. He has to know the situation. He has to know, okay, I'm hurt. Let me fall inbounds because I don't want to give that guy across the sideline who literally in this game, set the record for most fourth-quarter comebacks in NFL history. Yeah. Literally in this game. So you know who's on that other sideline, so churn as much clock as you possibly can. And, in fact, the only other time that Tom Brady's come back when he's been down 13-plus in his career was 28-3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great.
No, it's about as long odds of a beat as it's Falcons level odds in terms of the win probability and how it flipped. Like I said, the Ingram thing's just emblematic. It's kind of like a microcosm of the entire season as Saints fans have had to see their kind of idols torn down in front of their face over this year as you have to really accept that you are in a new, much darker Saints timeline. It is what it is. So the Saints implode. That happened. A couple days before that, LSU got their ass kicked in the SEC championship. Again, I was a bit on cloud nine. I was watching from my women's hospital room, which shout out women's. I mean, just a great place to have a baby. Those little rooms that they give you might as well be condos. I mean, 24/7 room service. Are you kidding me? The breakfast biscuit, hitting. I ordered it. I doubled up 2 mornings in a row. Got myself 2 of them. Absolutely delicious. So I'm watching the women's, and it was hard to be too upset with a fresh little beautiful baby in my arms. But yeah, they got their ass kicked. But it's also hard to be upset because it's pretty much exactly what everyone expected. Now, it was kind of fun to watch Nuss go out there and ball, and the quarterback room is very interesting and intriguing heading into spring and watching how these guys are going to develop. And it's crazy that we sit in a world where we're talking about a quarterback race again, but that's ideally what you want. You want competition at every single position going into every phase of the year so that you know that you're going to get the best out of everyone involved. But the only thing that really stood out to me in the game was Jalen Carter's sack celebration, because that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a celebration start mid-sack.
Yeah.
Like mid-sack, he held up Jaden Daniels like a trophy, like an offering to the crowd. He's like, "You want me to sacrifice this man?" I'm like, "Ah!" And then he just slit his teeth, disemboweled him in front of everyone. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. As an O-lineman, I think you almost have to fight.
That was going to be my question.
Yes, you have to fight.
If the bomb squad would have seen that,
you have to fight.
I thought so too.
It sucks. And I don't want to throw a punch at Jalen Carter.
I know.
It's one of those where you're like, oh, God, I can't believe I have to do this right now.
But you have to.
Then you just gotta be. I mean, look at this. That's so cool, dude. I've never seen anything like that.
Like
the conquering hero holding him up, coming up from a knee, and then not slamming him, but just holding him up for the crowd to look at. A literal living trophy. Yes, the mind not for it in the chest is, are you not entertained? It was, it was that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You got to. You got to take one for the team.
No,
here,
I've been in fights on the football field where you're not mad enough to fight.
I've had to fight
friends. It's just the principle. Yes, it's just the principle of the situation. You're like, all right, I guess I got to swing now. And then you go, and like, now I'm about to get hit. Okay, tight. And then it is what it is.
I think that was the last play that Jaden was in.
It was. Sure. Which is kind of weird. And what I love is you can kind of see Jaden smile a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's because, I mean, I would dare anyone in this room, anyone listening right now, you're an adult, let another adult pick you up as if you're a child. It's almost impossible not to smile. It just feels so good to be lifted up like that. Like, it's so funny, and it feels so good. I don't care what situation. Unless you have a gun to your head or you are in fear of your life, you're going to smile if another adult picks you up. So I get where Jaden's coming from there. Daniel Basham, that should be the trophy for best defensive lineman. I mean, absolutely, dude. That would be a tight-looking trophy.
What did you think about the way the game started? LSU gets the ball, they punt, Georgia gets it 3 and out by the defense, and then a hell of a drive put together by LSU. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, they can be successful today, and the offense was obviously, and then the block field goal.
Yeah. So I texted, because this is a joke I've been waiting years to make, and I've had to go my way many times. So I do Snaps with Aaron Murray, which y'all should all listen to on the Volume Sports Network, sub to the pod, watch show, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's every afternoon, 1 p.m. But he just had a brand new daughter, right? I just had a brand new son. So I texted Aaron Murray that my son was going to bang his daughter. I've been on the opposite side of this many times, and the instant karma of the field goal return for the touchdown came the next play. So I will take that. That is on me, okay? I made an uncouth joke. And the football gods immediately decided that I had crossed the line. But no, I mean, again, we talked about the Dennis Allen and the Saints. It's almost impressive in how they've continued to find ways to, make people angrier, like to bury themselves deeper. In a year full of drastically bad special teams mistakes, LSU had one more trick up their sleeve. They found a way to totally outdo themselves. And, I mean, Jake, you've been in those special teams rooms more than I have, but you have to be aware of this. Yeah. Like you just must be aware that this is a live ball, and it is an awful. It's just inexcusable that it's not. And I don't think it changed anything with Brian Polian, but, I mean, it's going to be a key focus of the offseason, fixing special teams top to bottom.
The special teams, for me, it plays like this. Obviously, the opener, you lost because you got something blocked, and not just the extra point. You got a field goal blocked. That would have been enough points to win the game. So, like, that portion of it, and you have a situation like this, like, it can't – if it happens once a year, not 3-4 times a year. My issue with special teams, and some of that penalty stuff, that comes with special teams. Now, the offsides to start the game, that's a different conversation, but
blocking the back or a hold will happen.
It will happen. Yeah. The thing for me is the lack of threat in the return game.
Yeah, nothing.
I mean, you have multiple muff punts, and I understand that you got a little. It's like, man, I'm nervous. I'm going to put somebody back there that's short-handed. The entire season, T-Bob, they had 40 return yards.
Yeah, I mean, so to me, that feels like that should get fixed with a deepening of the roster, right? I would imagine, right? A more fully fleshed out recruiting cycle and roster, like a lot of these special teams issues will take care of themselves. To me, the bigger red flags are, in game one, not knowing how to block a field goal. And then right here, not knowing that that's a live ball.
Yeah.
Because that has nothing to do with the talent out there. Like, okay, you don't got a guy who can catch and return it at an elite level. Okay, it's a very hard skill.
At A level.
Yeah, A level. Yeah,
A level.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's a hard skill, and granted, you should probably have a better guy than you do. But it is like you can fix that through recruiting. Like, I don't care if you're Mario and Danny back there. If you know the rules, you know that's a live ball and that you have to cover it up. And that is.
I'm not sure that I mean, it was funny. Like, half the people knew the rule, half didn't. I mean, they showed Todd Monk, and I love Coach Monk, but he was there like, get away, get away, get away.
I mean, look, I didn't know the rule, but I'm not on LSU like field goal team, right? Like it just you have to, if you're on that team. A good staff prepares you for all quirks and kind of eventualities like that. And that's not even like that crazy of a quirk. It's actually shocking that more of us don't know the rule. That is true. Because, again, I didn't know it. I didn't think twice about it. So I get blocked. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden they start running with the ball. But, again, I'm not on the field goal team. If you are, there is no excuse for not knowing that. So, yeah, at that point you knew it was over. It felt like the Tennessee fumble for a touchdown, right? It also felt like, and then you had, like, the ball bounce off of Jack Besh's head. It was like, okay, football god, sure. Because Georgia needs, like, a lucky break to go that yeah, sure.
They need the bounce.
Yeah, they need the bounce. Okay, great. So it's kind of a wash. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It wasn't wholly unexpected. What I am happy about is they have a golden path now to avoiding the 9-5 disaster ending. I mean, you should beat Purdue.
Yeah, without Jeff Brom.
Jeff Brom is he's going Brom back to Louisville, where he is in the Ring of Honor. And now you just got a couple of Western champions cutting it up. All right, SEC West, Big Ten West, cutting up. And who doesn't love going to Orlando, dude? I mean, premier bowl destination.
And now it's the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Is it really? I thought it was the Verbo Citrus Bowl.
No, so there's a Cheez-It Bowl and a Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so I did see that 2 kids are going to get to stay in the I'm feeling the cheesiest room.
Yep.
Do we know, is an LSU player going to get to stay there?
I mean, I would think so. I don't know which one, but I would imagine. If
put OTB in the I'm feeling the cheesiest rooms, you cowards. Okay, that's cool, man. I mean, look, who doesn't love going to Orlando? Theme parks, right?
It was one of my favorite bowl trips of my 4 years.
Yeah, I agree.
I know you got a chance to go.
Yeah.
As well.
I remember watching Harry Potter being built. It was hidden behind all of the fences, and I was like looking, like, oh my God, that's the top of Hogwarts. Look at that, dude. Very excited. I also remember a couple of guys being too fat to get on some of the rides, which was very funny. I remember a local news crew following us around and trying to ride Double Dragon, and we were riding the front row, and Will Blackwell was trying to get in there, and the man was literally hanging from the track with his feet on Will's like chest guard, kicking it to lock it in, and then he finally got it locked in, and we were going, and Will was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable right now.
No, sir, I'm out.
We made it, though. We made it, though.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was very fun. So, Citrus Bowl, look, 10-4.
Yeah.
Beat Purdue, 10-4, all is good.
Yeah, we'll see who plays for Purdue. We'll see if Aiden O'Connell plays in the bowl game. I know for LSU, Jay Ward declared for the NFL draft, but has said he plans on playing in the bowl game.
I don't care. 10-4. Like, this is I feel completely comfortable calling this a must-win. If you want to make this season an unqualified success, if you want to erase the A&M loss, this is a must-win. Win the bowl game in year 1. Citrus Bowl's nice. It's in Orlando. Get you 10 wins. Like, absolutely needs to happen. And it's not a good Purdue team. They're okay. But LSU should be better. All right, when we get back, we'll continue to catch up on what I missed. Keep it locked, OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to GEAUXroof.com, GEAUXroof.com, 927-8300, 927-8300. Go Roof. For a beautiful new roof every shingle time. It is that time of year. I think I heard the weather's maybe supposed to change. It means maybe some inclement weather is rolling in. Whatever the case may be, just check out the Healthier Roof by getting that free professional estimate by Go Roof. Call 978-8300. See how easy it is to set up a time. When they answer the phone, you can hit them with the roofs. And if they're 30 or above, they might understand what you're doing. If they're not, they won't. But that's fine. You get that free estimate. You make a fully informed decision about what you want to do next. And then once the work begins, of course, everybody's licensed, bought, insured. But the best part is the 2-year, you see it right there on the website, the 2-year workmanship guarantee on top of the manufacturer warranty. Okay, so you have peace of mind. Once the work is done, they stand by their work. Go to GEAUXroof.com. That's Go Roof. GEAUXroof.com.
Our listeners fire up their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Want more customers? Running Boards Marketing can help you get their attention. Imagine your brand's message on a giant LED billboard truck that can't be skipped and is nearly impossible to ignore. Running Boards Marketing is the leader in effective and affordable advertising on digital mobile billboards, which are 2 times more effective than traditional billboards. With a 97% recall rate, you'll leave a lasting impression with your customers. Visit us online at runningboardsmarketing.com so we can drive your message to where the people are.
Winter can be magical. The Mercedes-Benz Winter Event is here, and there's no better time to check out our new Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge inventory. We have the vehicles that can make your holiday extraordinary. See all the latest technological features on the newest models during our Mercedes-Benz Winter Event. Shop our best of the best award-winning dealership. Visit mbobr.com.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a
It's Hunt. Join me 1 to 3 on Thursday. Luke Johnson stops by to talk about the black and gold, and we keep diving into that transfer portal. Hunt Palmer Show, 1 to 3 weekdays, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
To go gliding in the one-horse sleigh.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Catching up what we missed while I was out. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, you bums. Did you already forget? So it's gone for a week, you idiots. Wake up. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel.
I probably didn't do a great job the last 3 days of reminding him.
Wow.
That's on me.
Way to go.
Look, when you're up here by yourself, you know how it is. Like, you want to look at the chat.
Yeah, no, it's hard to do the
chat.
chat when you're alone.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're doing a full streaming show where there are no commercials and it's a little more like, it feels like downtime is a little more acceptable.
Right.
Yeah, like if you're like streaming a game, yeah, then you can. But no. When you're up here doing the actual radio show and you're on the clock and you got time, yeah, it's tough to.
I'm pretty sure one day I'm like, look, I'm gonna get to your questions in the chat. And that was a segment.
Yeah.
Because there was questions being asked about the game. And I was like, I cannot
makes
walk and
sense.
chew bubble gum at the same time.
Okay, so what did we talk about? We talked about the Saints imploding. We talked about LSU. And while the SCU is what it was, again, I'm actually very happy about the Citrus Bowl. You got to win that game, though. Must win. Oh, Keyshawn Booty coming back. How about that? Now,
Rocking everywhere.
It's been interesting. I actually was talking to my kids about those lyrics the other night, trying to inspire the next songwriting generation. As how could you argue with booty, 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 rocking everywhere, booty, 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 rocking everywhere, booty, 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 rocking everywhere. I found you, Miss New Booty. What is it? Get it together and bring it back to me. Hit the Players Club for about a month or two. Something. Then see what it do, and then we go back to Booty Booty. It's genius songwriting. Who was it again?
Bubba Sparks.
Bubba Sparks. Calipar. Bubba Sparks.
Bubba Sparks.
Used to work out at the same gym as Bubba back in the day when he was going through his weight loss back in Atlanta. Yeah.
I was like, Baton Rouge? Why
No,
Bubba
no,
Sparks
when I was in
in
high school.
Baton
No, it's
Rouge?
from College Park, Georgia.
Oh,
Anyway.
I didn't know that.
So Booty 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 coming back for another year. And it's a bit odd because he's supremely talented, and you saw it finally again against Georgia, but this was a bit of a lost year for Keyshawn. And so I'm intrigued to see what next year will hold for him. But still a pretty big coup by Brian Kelly and them, obviously, to get what many would say is maybe their highest ceiling player to return for another year when many people just flatly assume that he was leaving and going to the league.
I think it's a bigger conversation. Yes, you're excited because a player of that caliber is coming back, but I think it's a bigger conversation about what the culture's like over across the street. To me, because if you get a player like that to come back, and he mentioned a lot of team goals in his release, and also even hashtag BK takeover in that, like that tells you it's a really good culture. Everybody right now is on the same page, aligned is the word that we've used since Brian Kelly's been here. And also you haven't seen mass exodus in the transfer portal. Like you've seen, I believe it's 3 players now, 2 reserve corners, and Jack Besh obviously being the biggest name, but Jack was your 4th, 5th receiver this year. So there hasn't been a mass exodus, and you get a player like Keyshawn back. That speaks really, really loud for me about what the culture is like across the street.
That is completely fair. So that was big news. I want to go much more in depth on this, but the Pelicans have completely exploded while I've been out. Now the winners of 5 in a row, 8-2 in the last 10. The Pelicans sit here at first place in the Western Conference. Again, not tied for first, not second, not third. First place in the Western Conference. They're 16-9. That's with Brandon Ingram missing over a third of the games. It's with C.J. McCollum missing time. That's with Zion Williamson missing time. That's with Herb Jones missing time. Like, it just doesn't matter. The team is so good. They're so deep. They have so many answers. And Zion Williamson is truly ascending to superstar status over this past month. And you are seeing the results as you wake up today, you Google NBA standings, and this team, New Orleans, number 1 in the West. So ditch the Saints, get with the Pels for the rest of this fall if you're trying to have some professional sporting fun.
Yeah, I'm with you. Support them. Go to the games, because when they put a product that's worth going to the games, spending your hard-earned money, I mean, it can be a great atmosphere. I know there's been times when they have not put out that product. There's been times when, you had my guy Dan Dickow running the point back in the day, but they don't have that anymore. They have a very quality basketball team. National media is starting to catch on. They're starting to realize, oh, damn, this is a pretty deep team. Their bench, in fact, is maybe one of, if not the best in the entire league. And so it's going to catch on. Go be a part of it. Smoothie King Center can be a great place to watch a basketball game, and it should be the rest of the year.
Yeah, so The Ringer does a lot of NBA coverage. Obviously, one of their NBA pods is called The Answer, and the episode from yesterday, I haven't listened to it yet, but the answer from yesterday was titled, quote, "The Pelicans with Zion Williamson could be the team of the future," just to let you know how things are going on that front. Again, we will go deeper on the Pelicans as we're kind of just doing an overpass of everything that happened here. Let's go to break, and then we'll wrap up our number one. Maybe talk a little Pirtle. Keep it locked, OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Donaldsonville Glass and Body, DonaldsonvilleGlassandBody.com, DGBAuto.com. Look, Donaldsonville Glass and Body is there for you for all of your car needs. I don't care if it's a simple oil change, just a basic car checkup, or collision repair, whatever. They got you, man. Any glass repair. That's actually how they started back in 1977. But remember, 24/7 towing from the boys over there at DG&B as well. So your one-stop car shop that you can trust. Go to Donaldsonville Glass and Body today.
DGBauto.com, DGBauto.com. It truly is a one-stop shop. I mean, they can do it all for you. Now, the best part about Donaldsonville Glass and Body for me is their transparency, because how many times have we all been shocked by a bill at the end of a car service? You go in to get something done, and they bring out a $1,000 bill when it should be a couple of $100. Well, with Donaldsonville Glass and Body, going to be transparent, not going to surprise you with a huge bill. Walk you through the entire process. DGBauto.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
I've got that blue sky, I've got that sunshine.
Every business is different, but B1 Bank knows that every business owner has similar needs. From streamlining accounts receivables to maintaining access to working capital, a trusted bank is your best asset for staying on top of day-to-day finances and planning for future business growth. At B1 Bank, I know I have access to commercial banking experts who care about the needs of my business and can guide me to accomplish my goals. B1 Bank knows that managing your business isn't simple, but they can help you make it uncomplicated.
A third of youth who grow up in foster care are homeless 18 months after aging out of care. But you can rewrite that story. Change a child's story. Become a volunteer today.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Thursday's AFR, presented by the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Former Tiger Glenn Logan stops by. We'll visit with Paul Nolan, Mike Triplett, our Fantasy Blitz. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, OTB. The boys are back. T-Bob, Jake Martin, Dana hanging out with you. Things that missed while I was out. The transfer portal is popping. Or is it? It is. But I did find this number to be kind of shocking, Jake. Now, granted, we have a while left, but I kind of feel like I would be surprised if we hit these numbers by the end. So we kind of had this framed as maybe the first ever true free agency period. Now that there's like dates attached, and the chance to enter your name in the portal started on Monday after championship selection Sunday. Right now, in 2022, you have about 16,400 players on FBS rosters. So far, about 1,200 have entered the transfer portal, right at approximately 7.2%. So 1,200 players. It's a lot, right? 7%. But, Jake, what's crazy is it doesn't really even come close to the 2021 cycle. In 2021, out of these 16,600 FBS players you had, 3,085 entered the portal, nearly 20%, approximately 18.6. So while it is extreme, and while there are many great names up for grabs, and while it is very interesting and very fun and very great for media coverage and everything, it looks like the marketplace is starting to shape itself a little bit, right? The players are more educated on the numbers last year. What was it, about 40% of players didn't end up with a home?
Yeah.
I think so. It was almost like a coin flip as to whether or not you would get a new job. Now, I was fascinated to see how much of an impact the change to just a raw 85 scholarship limit would have, because that would allow more guys to find homes that would have been left out last year. And I'm still intrigued to see what that leads to. But it seems, I don't know if it's maybe being worried about being in that 40% who failed to find a home, or what exact, or if it's coaches being more cognizant of the situation, recruiting players back. But even though the portal is popping, it's actually popping only at about a third of the rate as it was the last couple of years, or just last year.
Yeah, and so those numbers would probably surprise a lot of people, because it does feel like every time we open up any social media, it's like breaking news, enters the transfer portal. And I think part of the reason is because when that happened, we knew some of the names. Now I feel like we know most of the names that are entering the transfer portal, because, like, T-Bob, it's been my stat of the week. 6 ACC quarterbacks entered the portal. Starting quarterbacks. 4 of the 6 were preseason all-conference.
Yeah, that's
like
funny.
So I think that's what's been so shocking.
Not, and that's great news. Drake May did not.
He did not?
I was starting to see some of the idea of Drake May going to Alabama, and it was going to trigger me hard. But Drake May decided to stay and be a Chapel Hill baller, which, good. I mean, bro, let Jumpman pay you, right? Stay there, get paid by Jordan, be a Chapel Hill hero. I will die on this hill. Winning an ACC,
Chapel Hill?
Yes, I will die on this. Thank you. I will die on this Chapel Hill. Winning an ACC championship at UNC means more than winning a Natty at Alabama. Bottom line. Natties at Alabama are a dime a dozen at this point. When's the last time UNC won the ACC?
40-something years ago.
Damn. Let's go, Drake May. Okay. The bar is set. Let's see what you got. Now, I did think this was funny. You saw, was it Dylan Johnson, the Mississippi State player who decided to enter the portal? And he got a little shot at Mike Leach as he did. So, it's the graphic, it's the notes app or whatever, and it's the classic, like, thanking Mississippi State, the fans, blah, 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 blah. But then he goes on and says, with that being said, since I am not very tough and Leach is glad I am leaving, I will be entering my name into the transfer portal with the hopes of finding a more fit playing environment for me. Thank you. Very funny. I think that's a pretty awful move if he doesn't have a landing spot lined up.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like, no coach is going to smile on that.
Yeah.
Well, except that Lane Kiffin did retweet it. So
did he really? Wow.
So either this is classic Lane trolling, or it's already organized where he is going to go to Ole Miss potentially. But a bit of a bold move there, using the the exit, the portal announcement as a chance
Way to take a shot. Wow.
Yeah,
And we don't typically hear shots at Mike Leach.
Well, I mean, you had freaking what's his name back in the day.
He did.
Because his son
He did
got
lock
stuffed
somebody in
the
a closet. Craig James.
Yeah, Craig James all up in arms.
I did forget about that.
Hey, look, man, light sensitivity. Okay, it's a real thing for concussions. Mike Leach was looking out for him. He was just making sure he was in a closet where it was dark, where he couldn't affect his brain.
Yeah,
that's just
science.
He was in no way concussion shaming this kid for missing practice.
Not at all.
Not at all. He was just trying to protect him. Okay, back off, punk. Transfer portal popping, kind of. Hour 2 of OTB coming up next. Keep it on.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
We get it done with strength, commitment, dedication, grit.
We get it done with passion for our fans
and love for our community.
We are the Tigers.
Get it done.
Let the values of the purple and gold be in your starting lineup this season. And as always, get it done.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Winter can be magical. The Mercedes-Benz winter event is here, and there's no better time to check out our new Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge inventory. We have the vehicles that can make your holiday extraordinary. See all the latest technological features on the newest models during our Mercedes-Benz winter event. Shop our best of the best award-winning dealership. Visit mbobr.com.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Good morning, everybody. It is 8 a.m. on Thursday, December 8th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge expects sunny skies with a high of 80. Coming up on OTB, we talk LSU football with Shay Dixon at 9 a.m. and Scott Kushner, the advocate, joins us at 9:30. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if he really cares, 'cause I can't give it all away if he won't be here next year. Feeling Christmas all around, and I'm trying to play it cool, but it's hard to focus when I see him walking across the room.
Bruh. I want to be painfully clear about this, y'all. I've listened to a lot of Christmas music while I've been out, okay? And a lot of specifically different Christmas vibes. At night, it's a cozy Christmas jazz playlist, right?
Okay.
End of the day,
Yeah.
you need to keep it nice and chill and relaxed, having a whiskey, reading a book, hanging out, cuddling with the baby. A lot of times, working, it's more of a crooner type of Christmas playlist. But I've been going deep on the Christmas pop to try to make a top 5 Christmas pop list. And I think it needs to be set. Santa Tell Me and Ariana Grande has officially passed up Mariah Carey and All I Want for Christmas Is You as the greatest Christmas pop song. This song you're listening to right now, the hook. Listen to the hook. Okay, with the Santa, it's coming up. Turn it back up, Mara. Turn it back up. Okay, listen right here. Mariah Carey's song is nothing like this. Here we go. Oh. Tell me that doesn't want to make you move a little bit, dude. The point is, it's time to give Ariana her roses, okay? Move over, Mariah. There's a new queen in town. It goes Ariana, Mariah, and then Wham. I think is my top 3. Now, I want to be clear. There is a caucasity to this list that is unavoidable. And so I welcome any like rap Christmas classics or R&B Christmas classics, because my top 5 has been formed. It is undeniably white.
Yeah.
Though that's maybe a separate list, right?
Yeah. No NSYNC on there?
It's flirting with 5. I haven't decided if it gets in at 5 or not yet.
I like that.
Again, speaking of lyrical genius, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays. I mean, if you can make that work, that's what I'm saying. It's a good hook if you can make it work.
Okay. Look, maybe I'm here for another hour. Maybe we can find someone else to go into the top 5.
Yeah. So right now, my top 3, I got this, then I got Mariah, then I got Wham, and then NSYNC's kind of floating around there. Let's chat. Chat's always got good ideas. Sometimes, occasionally.
The chat always.
They have a good idea.
Sometimes.
and look. I will say this. Don't send me anything that's like a Michael Bublé song and think just because it's new that it may be pop. Or like I heard the John Legend version of the Christmas song. Absolutely fantastic. But I'm putting that in the crooner category.
Yeah. Bublé's great. He has a great Christmas album.
Yes.
I have it on vinyl. It's green. Love it. But he's a crooner. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. DMX Rudolph Fernandez. I mean, yeah. Again, I feel like that is I feel like that is a different Christmas in Hollis. Love that. For those that haven't seen The Night Before, if you are looking for another excellent adult Christmas movie to add to your rotation, like I love watching Bad Santa. In fact, I've already watched Bad Santa this Christmas season. Are you effing with me, kid?
On my lunch break?
I'm on my effing lunch break with the salad and the vinaigrette dripping out of his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody has ever played a degenerate human being that it's almost hard to watch. It's like the Always Sunny crew on steroids. I don't know if anybody has played a better degenerate than Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa. Much more kind of funny adult Christmas movie is The Night Before, which I would wholly recommend. And Christmas in Hollis plays a large role in that. Again, I feel like that's I feel like that's a different list than the pop list, but we can figure that out. I have not watched Spirited yet. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do that. Has anybody watched it in here? It's the Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds new Scrooge musical.
I have not watched
the Scroogical, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. Well, continue to get your Christmas song thoughts in there. A few things we could talk about here. I do eventually want to get to maybe what LSU would need out of the transfer portal as you look for. Oh my God, dude! Have y'all seen pictures? You know me. I love a just ripped teen boy. Have y'all seen pictures of Mac Markway?
What is wrong with you?
It's true. I mean, if you love recruiting, you by definition love pictures of ripped teen boys. If you need to make peace with that, that's on you.
That's
a
great point. I'm not into recruiting. Maybe,
I'm not into
personal reasons.
I'm not into recruiting normally either. But have you seen this Markway kid?
I've not.
He's so
I'm excited
jacked.
about it.
He benched
how excited you are.
He tweeted that he benched 405 pounds the other day, Jake. He's coming to play tight end. He's going to be an absolute monster.
Oh, wow. Yeah, sign me up for all that.
Anyway, before we get to LSU needs in the portal, though, I want to talk about the best team in the Western Conference. I want to talk about your New Orleans Pelicans. And, Jake, it is a monumentous day today, okay? Because I do not know when the last time is that I've had to, that I've been able to have a Pelicans conversation where I am not explaining away in spite of the record, right? Like it feels truly unreal. For the first time in forever, I am not making a positive argument in spite of the Pelicans record. Rather, I'll probably have to make more of a negative argument in spite of the Pelicans record. Like there's no ifs, there's no hypothesis. Well, if this happens or if this guy returns or, in theory, this should work. No. Nothing to explain this team. Just cold, hard facts. And the fact is, you wake up today and the New Orleans Pelicans are the best team in sole possession of first place in the Western Conference at 16-8, winners of 5 in a row, 8-2 in their last 10. And again, so I can sit here and I can say the Pelicans are the best team in the West. And you can argue against that. And you're probably right. You're probably right? Like I completely get what you're saying. What I am pointing out is how absurdly good it feels that you can have all this very well thought out logical argument for why they're not the best team in the West. Well, the Suns and they'll be here. And then you got the Grizzlies and John Moran. And the Warriors still when it comes to the playoffs. Blah, 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 blah. And I can just throw out the very lazy riposte of scoreboard, right? Check the standings. Okay, bro, check the standings.
Look, you've never had this ability, so you shout
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Scoreboard.
Like when's the last time that you could just be like, scoreboard?
Yep.
Or you are what your record says you are. And right now, your record says the New Orleans Pelicans are the best team in the Western Conference. And that is a incredible feeling, Jake. It just feels amazing.
And I think the most impressive part to me is the injuries, like you mentioned earlier, T. You've been stretches without Zion, without CJ, without BI, without her.
Yep.
I mean, you've been stretches without your core, and you've had to have your bench step up, and certainly they have. And that's only going to make the bench better once they go back to being bench players.
Yep.
The Pelicans are falling into a great problem to have. There's not going to be enough minutes to play all the players that deserve to be played. That's a great problem to have. In fact, we were talking about it yesterday. Like, Jackson Hayes doesn't play anymore. just does not play anymore.
No.
It's because he is not the better option. He's good. I think he's still a good basketball player. When Kyra Lewis comes back, I think Kyra Lewis is a good basketball player. He's not getting in this rotation. Where's he going to fall?
Yeah,
right?
You ain't taking Jose Alvarado off that court.
No,
for
and we'll see what happens. I know he got checked last night and had to go out of the game, but
he looked pretty straight on the bench after the game, but whatever.
Devontae Graham's ahead of Kyra Lewis, and so I'm just saying, like, there's bodies that probably deserve minutes in the NBA that aren't getting them because there's nowhere to be had. Like, you don't have the minutes available right now. Even with injuries, you don't have the minutes available. And the emergence of Murphy and Najee was the guy last night.
Awesome last night.
One of Mario's predictions finally works out. But it has. I mean, he's a guy that you highlighted beginning of last year. So it's a great problem to have. The Pelicans have never been in this position. Very few teams in the NBA are ever in this position. But when you look at what Dyson Daniels gives you, when you look at what Trey Murphy gives you, when you look at what Scary Larry gives you, all of these players have stepped up. Najee Marshall certainly last night, but other nights as well. It is a deep team, a team that has something for everything, a team that has, when it becomes playoff time, and you can roll out a defensive lineup that includes Dyson Daniels and Herb Jones.
I mean, Dyson Daniels, are you kidding me?
I know.
How's this guy like a legitimate rotational NBA player in his first year? The ability to hit on draft picks just boggles the mind. And he's so good defensively. Like, he can switch on anybody, and he can battle anybody on that court. Like, when the Pistons later in the game started switching everything and just tried to play pure positionless, it's like, okay, you can try that, but the Pelicans are even better at doing that because everybody can guard everybody. And that's without Herb Jones, the best defender on the team.
Yeah.
And then mixed up in all of this has just been the complete explosion of Zion Williamson. And granted, I don't have a great NBA stat site yet where I don't know, like, I was trying to find a window of games to see how he's done here recently during this win streak. But just last month, so for the month of November, he averaged 28.7 points per game, 9.8 rebounds, 6.3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and just 36 minutes a game. And then last night, what does he end up giving you? Oh, I have it in my notes here somewhere. Oh, man. Where'd I put it? Maybe it's on the first page.
Last night he had 29, 10, and 5.
Yes, with a steal and a block in just 32 minutes. I mean, it's crazy. And it's showing you that, okay, yeah, Brandon Ingram may still be your best player. Maybe not. We'll see. I mean, if Zion keeps this up. But it doesn't matter. Like, you have so many different avenues to win. You are truly that amorphous blob where it's the old Dutch fable, right? The dam is leaking. You want to plug your finger, this hole with this finger. Well, guess what? A hole's going to pop over here, and you're just going to keep repeating that until the end of the day, it's Najee Marshall breaking through that dam and beating you. Like, it's just absolutely fantastic. So I am beyond excited as a Pelicans fan and as an NBA fan that you have the best team in the West playing right here in the Smoothie King Center.
I mean, in the last 10, would anybody have a 10-game stretch for Trey Murphy coming into the year? His last 10, 17 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, almost 2 assists, almost 2 steals, and he's shooting 95% from the free throw line, 43% from beyond the arc. He's the leader in the NBA in free throws.
He might enter the 50-40-90 club. 50 from the field, 40 from 3, 90 from free throw. I mean, Mario, you might have better context, but that's a very rare club. Like, it's almost impossible.
Insane for a second-year NBA player. He had that as a statistic in college for 4 years, but to do that in second year, and to do that in second year NBA is really impressive.
And somebody that might go into the dunk contest doing that.
He wants to. They've been tweeting about it.
Yes. We had Andrew Lopez on yesterday, and he's like, well, his teammates are like, should you do the dunk contest, or should you do the three-point contest, or should you try to do both?
Yeah, I mean, do both. If you're not going to make All-Star Game, but you want to go be a part of All-Star Weekend, do it. Mac Lindsay's telling me StatMuse is a good site for creating those parameters. That's true. I've been on StatMuse a couple times here recently, and you can just type in like almost like any sentence, and it does a pretty good job of finding you what you're looking for. Mario, host of the Flock Up podcast. How are we feeling, dude? I mean, this has to be... After wandering the desert for 40 years, you have entered the land of milk and honey. How does it feel to be sucking from Mother Nature's teat?
Feels good. First place in the Western Conference at this time in the season is a big deal, man. And listen to the Flock Up podcast, like you said. Kind of the catchphrase on the pod this year has been the ceiling is the roof. Like, it feels a little ridiculous talking about championships, finals for a team that's only won 2 playoff series, but it feels like there's no limit to what this team can do. First place in the Western Conference. You have a rematch of the first-round playoff series from last year. Phoenix is coming into town. Chris Paul hasn't been playing, but he's back now, so it's going to be a really good matchup. And now they had to contend with Zion, so see if they can kind of take that next step. It's another opportunity to see how far you've come after you've already come a long way.
Ooh, I love this. Interesting couple of weeks for the Pelicans. So at home against the Suns tomorrow, and then at home Sunday at 2:30 against the Suns. And then next week, a little Jazz doubleheader in Utah, which that should be a couple of wins, although we know how that went earlier in the year when you squared up with those guys. So let's go, dude. All right, let's do it, baby. Come on, Phoenix. Come catch these hands. Just a couple of first-place teams chopping it up. 1v2 in the West. In the Smoothie King Center. What? We live in blessed times, at least on the basketball side.
Feels
of
like
the New Orleans pro sports.
Feels like 2008. That's the last time there was this much hope around the Pelicans, which is also the last time they were first place in the Western Conference.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. 15, 14 years ago. How about that? Yeah, count them up. All right, when we get back, I got some stocking stuffers we'll get to a bit later. I'm thinking maybe like a little – I have not looked up the bowl list yet. Do you want to do a little bowl season live react?
Yeah, let's do it.
Read them off to me, and we can talk about some of the games. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
You know who called me yesterday to congratulate me on the birth of my baby?
Who?
Time of the schedule. Gordon McKernan, the
nice.
fearless leader of the G team, showing the attention to detail as to why Gordon McKernan has become your injury attorney, right? Because you joined the G team and they are there for you. You are on the squad, just like the entire women's basketball team, all your favorite football stars. And remember, right now, Gordon giving back to the community, giving away over 500 bikes. You go to GordonGives.com and register by December 12th. If you want a chance to win one of those bikes. Sorry, Danny's distracting us here in the studio. You know who never gets distracted? The guy whose phone number is 225-888-8888. Get Gordon, get it done.
Also 318-888-8888. Always online at getgordon.com. Always on social media with the handle at getgordon. Again, getgordon.com, 225-888-8888.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today. Or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt and Hill. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing.
I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs.
Me, Jimmy Otten, the handyman for the Thursday edition of Game Time. We're live at Jolie Pearl. Oh, man, have you seen it? The elves have landed. Oh, it's like Christmas at Jolie Pearl. Ho, ho, Annie. On 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
On the first day of Christmas, my mama gave to me a crawfish they caught in Araby.
In the Christmas picky, you not seen it there in Section E. 2 Jack's recipe
For the crawfish they caught in Araby. On the third day of Christmas, we stopped at Mackenzie for 3 French breads.
2 Jack's recipe
For the crawfish they caught in Araby.
On the 4th day, I said, okay, let's get a Christmas tree before you drive me nuts.
3 French breads.
2 Jack's recipe
For the crawfish they caught in Araby.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
That is Brody. Here, get number 4. We need a screenshot, a couple screenshots of number 4 to send Brody Miller's way.
Oh, K and B. Oh, man.
Look at the Dixie.
Is that Piccadilly? That's Brody.
Oh
That's Brody
God,
Miller.
that looks
Oh,
like
my
Brody.
God.
If you haven't heard this song, this is what, the 12 Days of Yatmas? Is that what they call it?
12 Yats of Christmas.
Okay, 12 Yats of Christmas. I mean, it's so obnoxious and so excellent and so incredibly well. I never knew there was a video. I've heard this song for years now, and I never knew that there was a video. That's excellent work there, Daniel. All right, Jake, you got some bowl games pulled up. Let's see what we got going on. The only bowl game that I know of, besides,
that's so
I guess,
good.
okay, quick playoff set, that's something else that I missed while I was out. I love that every single thing happened that Alabama fans thought they needed to happen to get into the playoff, and that they didn't get in the playoff. That made me exceedingly happy. The tears that were flowing through the Alabama group chat, I screenshotted and will cherish forever. What I loved were like these just multi-paragraph messages that I was getting about, we had the lead X amount of minutes and our point differential was such and such and blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
And then I just get to be like, well, what if I told you you lost 2 games and they lost 1? And I go, okay, but, and then more and more paragraphs ensued, which, I'm sorry to hear that, or happy for you. I'm not reading all that, okay? So I love that. I love that you now get Georgia, Ohio State. Round 1? Like, let's go, dude. A perfect golden ticket game for Ryan Day and company.
Yeah.
You blew your season. Well, guess what? You just got a gift from the football gods. Yes, it sounds funny thinking of Georgia and Kirby Smart and the unstoppable behemoth that they have going on in Athens right now. The true descendants of the Athenian Western democracy. But if you beat them, if you manage to beat them, well, then who cares that you lost to Michigan? It's all good. You're in the national championship, and chances are you'll get another shot at Michigan. So, like, Ohio State and Ryan Day has a golden opportunity to clear up everything they've been getting crap for over the past couple of weeks. It it's also another chance for Georgia to prove that they are just an outlier team, right? Like every time they have been challenged by a good team this year, they have locked in and just whooped their ass. And if Georgia does it again, well, then you just kind of throw your hands up and you might as well just give them the national championship trophy.
Yeah, Georgia right now looks like they're in a different class. Even so from Michigan, because we saw that game play out last year, and it's hard to get that out of our memory. So they look like they're in a different class. But can you imagine if the upset happens and Ohio State beats Georgia and Michigan takes care of TCU? 17 million people watched the game in the regular season. Can you imagine the hype and all the narratives and storylines that we're going to talk about if those two teams meet in a national championship game in SoFi Stadium?
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, I mean, and I would love for Georgia to lose. And Petrus Tiger says, what if Georgia loses? I want to be clear. I want the SEC to burn. I want every other SEC team to fail miserably and burn in hell.
Yes.
I don't care about the Big Ten winning championships. I would rather the Big 12 win every championship of the Pac-12. I don't care. I just do not want Georgia to ascend the throne like it looks like they are going to.
Yeah, you recruit against Georgia far more than you recruit against Michigan, Ohio State, certainly
cares?
TCU.
Let them do their thing. That's all well and good.
You ready for this bowl?
Yeah, give me a little music.
Here?
Give me a little undercurrent of music. I don't care what it is. Make it Christmas though. Maybe like a little give me like a little something that's gonna give a little bop, a little happy.
It's like I don't care what it is, as long as it's Christmas.
I don't care what it is, but as long as it's okay.
All right. Well, while Mario's doing that, we'll start up. In the hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl, 6-6 Miami of Ohio versus 6-6 UAB.
Instant next. Get back on the bus. You get $1.
Duluth Trading Cure Bowl, 11-2 UTSA versus 11-2 Troy, both in the top 25.
I won't watch it, but I like it. I like it.
Okay.
I mean, I will probably check in on it in the background at some point.
All right. In the Fenway Bowl, you've got Cincinnati versus Louisville. Scott Satterfield Bowl.
Love this simply for the incestuous nature of college football. Yeah, so Scott Satterfield escaped out of Louisville. I mean, he had done nothing there, had really stagnated. And now to get that Cincinnati job feels like a massive kind of escape from New York for him. And what I love is now, so he's sitting this thing out, but he's now the head coach of Cincinnati.
Yep.
There are a bunch of Louisville staffers who will be joining him at Cincinnati after the game. So you have a bunch of guys who are coaching for their future old employer against their future employer, only to flip the day after the game. It's kind of it's wonderful.
I think Cincinnati could have done much better than Scott Satterfield. I think that they settled on Scott Satterfield. They had people who wanted that job, that had a better resume, that brought way more juice than Scott Satterfield. That is a good job. It's about to be a great job going to the Big 12. So Cincinnati, what is you doing? Florida 6-6 versus 9-3 Oregon State in the Las Vegas Bowl.
Very into that.
I am too. I think Oregon State's going to actually beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a great. And Anthony Richardson going pro, which. Yeah. Josh Allen has really changed the game.
And
like, as long as you're big and strong, you don't have to put up stats. Just be big and strong.
Yeah, I don't know what Florida's going to do at quarterback. Obviously, Kitna, some real issues.
Yeah, and it sounds like that might be real issues. It's not like a high school girlfriend situation or something.
Yeah, so I don't know what they do at quarterback there. I think we covered that the other day. The Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl features 7-5 Washington State versus 9-4 Fresno State. Inside SoFi Stadium.
I'm not going to front. I won't watch it, but I appreciate it.
I do too.
I like how the rise that Wazoo has had this year. Pullman loves its football. They had a nice year coming off a very down year last year. And Fresno's been nice.
And won the Mountain West.
Yeah, is Jake Hayner going to play?
I think so.
All right, cool. You get to go to Vegas, pretty cool. Oh no, SoFi, even better. You get to play in a $2 billion stadium. You kidding me?
$5 billion, I think.
$5 billion?
I think it was $5 billion.
That's true. I think
this one, the Lending Tree Bowl in Mobile, 6-6 Southern Miss versus 5-7 Rice.
Ooh, no, next. Instant next. I don't even want to give you $1. I don't want you to step off the bus.
7-5 BYU versus 7-5 SMU in the New Mexico Bowl.
Next.
9-4 Boise State versus 7-6 North Texas in the Frisco Bowl.
Nada. Nothing. Who's the new North Texas coach now?
They haven't named one yet.
Okay, cool.
You have 8-4 Marshall versus 6-6 UConn in the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Jim
Mora getting them to a bowl game. that's a
Don't
hell of a
care,
job.
but great job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great job, and you get rewarded by leaving Connecticut to go to Myrtle Beach.
That's fun. That's
Yeah.
great for the boys.
Good for them.
Great for the fellas.
8-4 Eastern Michigan taking on 7-4 San Jose State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. There's a famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Feels like a great game to be gambling on in the middle of December while you're just
December 20th on a
eating
Tuesday.
eating some fat food. Exactly. There we go.
Famous
Perfect.
Idaho Potato Bowl. That's probably been a thing for a while, and I just didn't know it.
I love potatoes. Could be the best vegetable out there. I mean, could be the best food out there maybe ever.
In the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl, you have 8-4 Liberty taking on 8-5 Toledo.
No.
All right. In the New Orleans Bowl, you have 10-2 South Alabama, really good football team, versus 8-5 Western Kentucky. Actually, I kind of like this one.
Okay.
Now, Austin Reed, the quarterback for Western Kentucky, who was the second leading passer in the country to Michael Penix Jr., is in the transfer portal.
Oh, lame.
Yeah.
Not even finishing on the bowl game?
No.
Come on, dude.
No. So, no.
No. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you
front.
tried.
Again, it's a lot of these fall into the same category that I just said. Kind of half watching, great background noise for the holiday season. It kind of makes you feel like you don't have work, even if you do have work.
In the Armed Forces Bowl, you have 6-6 Baylor taking on 9-3 Air Force.
Yeah, okay. Okay, a little Dave Aranda versus a good Air Force team. I get in that. Aranda kind of needs the win.
He does. Have
7-6
losing
in a bowl
record.
win would go great. Keep a winning record over a lose record. Yeah, for sure.
In the greatest bowl game of all time and the greatest location of all time, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
Yeah.
Featuring 7-5 Houston taking on 6-6 Louisiana Lafayette.
Duh, biggest bowl game of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Radiant Technologies, too. I've always said it.
Yep. I think you can actually catch that game at 11:30 a.m. The Tiger.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure you can. You can also catch OTB every day, 1 to 3 in the future.
That's right.
You love this one, right? Right, T?
Yeah, it's the best bowl game on the list so far.
Thank you. I appreciate
Easily.
that. Let's see. In the
Shreveport, the home of football.
Gasparilla Bowl, you've got 7-5 Wake Forest taking on 6-6 Mizzou.
I will say yes, simply because watching the slow mesh remains fun. It's like watching Jackie Chan drunken style fighting. You've just never seen anything like it.
And Missouri dodged Kansas in a bowl game, so Wake Forest is likely to put
your
up
boy
like
Drink
80.
your boy Drink got a little shot. Talking about how, look, I know if you haven't played in a bowl game in about a dozen years, that it might have changed a little bit. It's the last time you were around here. I'm like, Drink, chill out, dude. I mean, you kind of like, if you take a shot at Kansas, you're really just lowering yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're not winning that exchange. You are losing for making fun of Kansas.
Yeah, I agree. All right, in the Hawaii Bowl, they're already winners. 7-5 Middle Tennessee State taking on 7-5 San Diego State. Yeah, you don't like that.
No, but good for them getting to go to Hawaii.
6-6 New Mexico State taking on 6-6 Bowling Green in the Quick Lane Bowl in Detroit. The day after Christmas.
From Hawaii to Detroit. Damn, the day after Christmas.
The day after Christmas.
Oh, having to skip your Christmas.
Oh
to
my
then
God. New
play in
Mexico State
Detroit?
and Bowling Green.
That's miserable.
You can get in the gate for $8, by the way. 6-6 Georgia Southern taking on 6-6 Buffalo in the Camilla Bowl.
I don't care, but who's the new Georgia Southern coach?
It's Clay Helton.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Was he there this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was. 6-6 Memphis taking on 6-6 Utah State in the First Responder Bowl in Dallas.
No.
I think in the old Cotton Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of 6-6.
Yeah.
In the Birmingham Bowl, the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl, you have 7-5 East Carolina taking on 9-3 Coastal Carolina.
Yep. I'm always down for Coastal, even though their starting quarterback still hurt.
And Jamie Chadwell is now at Liberty.
Oh, he officially took that job while I was gone?
Yeah. Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator from NC State, took the Coastal Carolina job.
Of all my Jamie Chadwell hopes,
He went to Liberty.
Liberty's about the lamest place that he could have landed at. I get why he did it. The facilities, they invest.
They're paying him, I think, $4.5 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
a year.
I'm not hating on him. Like, get your money, but that sucks. I thought he was going to get a big-time job. He still will if he does well at Liberty, though.
In the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, you've got 6-6.
I'm actually no longer interested in the Coastal Carolina Bowl game. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. 6-6 Wisconsin taking on 7-5 Oklahoma State.
Yeah. A couple big brand names, bad records, but I'm into it for sure.
Let's see, in the Military Bowl presented by
The military.
I don't know what company that is. Puritan? Who's that?
Presented by Shady Defense Contractor Company number 7.
You got 9-4 UCF taking on 8-4 Duke.
No.
No, nothing.
I should. If I was like a real one, I would, but I'm just being honest now.
Yeah. It's actually on, I believe. So yeah, Navy Marine Memorial Stadium.
How many games do we have left?
We got some.
We got a lot. Okay, let's maybe we'll pick out some of the best ones during the break and talk about them next here in OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to ITI Technical College, iticollege.edu, iticollege.edu. Change your life for the better by going to ITI Technical College today, man. In just 2 years, get that AOS degree. You learn from faculty that have at least 4 years of real-world experience. You train on the exact facilities that you'll be using in your job. And when we talk about return on investment, right? Georgetown did a study on like, okay, what do I pay for school versus what I can be expected to make? And Jake, not only is ITI the best school in the state, it's top 15 in the country. So get off your butt, change your life for the better with ITI Technical College.
Yeah, you'll see the campus on your screen. It is amazing over on Airline Highway, and they've got something for everyone. Also, they'll work with you day and night courses. It's going to take you the same amount of time, so it's not going to take you longer if you go to those night courses. Fridays are completely off, so they will work with your schedule, even if you have something full-time going on right now. Call admissions today, 877-591-1070.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $11,000 off MSRP plus 2.9% for 72 months on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank.
It's Hunt. Join me 1 to 3 on Thursday. Luke Johnson stops by to talk about the black and gold, and we keep diving into that transfer portal. Hunt Palmer Show, 1 to 3 weekdays, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Then one foggy, muggy, humid Christmas day, I returned to the show. When the hell's it going to get cold? Am I right, folks? What's going on out there?
Oh.
Hey, Satan, relax. Okay? Trying to ruin Jesus' birthday.
Yeah.
A-hole.
Yeah. How?
Yeah, come up here. How about you come to the Earth's surface? Catch these hands. Prince of Lies. Or like Prince of Cries. Do something. I need it to get cold, is what I'm saying.
It's only going to be like in the mid-40s for the Army-Navy game, and I feel like that game's always much colder than that.
Beelzebub? More like Beelzebum. No one likes you. Pathetic. Hope it gets cold next week. I heard it's supposed to. About this T-Bob, where were you, man? Devin got his pies. I did see Devin got his pies. Very good for him. I'm very happy for him. A little jealous. Love a cold pie out of the fridge. I had some delicious cookies. My neighbor brought me.
Oh, nice.
And my wife and my mother threw them out yesterday.
Not nice.
I know. And like, you know, I get done with something. I'm like, ooh, what time is it? It's cookie time.
Yeah, and you'll have something for like
poured
a
myself
week.
a little
Yeah.
glass of milk.
Oh,
Reached up on top of the
dang.
fridge where I've been hiding him. Tip, 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 tip. Nowhere to be found. Freaking threw it away behind my back.
Why?
And then served me rice and beans for dinner. Unbelievable.
At
Unbelievable.
least you're on them beans.
My mom and my grandmother are on a big beans kick. They just kept telling me yesterday about how like all these people that live a long time only eat beans.
Holy Dev.
You're
going to live forever.
My wife, or not my wife, my grandmother. It's like, if you think, she literally told me this yesterday. If you think eating healthy is expensive, well, you don't know beans. I was like, okay, sure. I guess you're right.
You don't know. And this is the one that lives in Manny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Great
Like,
woman.
That feels like something that's
To be fair,
Manny-esque.
the beans and rice were delicious.
Yeah.
I love beans
A lot
and
of
rice.
protein.
Yeah, it was great,
Cheap
but
food.
like, I'll be damned if I wasn't about to heat up that cookie in the microwave and get myself a little tasty little dessert treat.
Yeah.
Only be figured out that it had been snatched away from it.
Mm.
Creek 12, T-Bob, glass of milk. I don't see that. What do you mean? I have to have milk with cookies. It is any sweet, really. But a cold glass of milk with a cookie is one of life's greatest pleasures.
A hot Pop-Tart and a cold glass of milk.
Yeah, I had a Pop-Tart recently. I can't remember
me too,
where
for the
I
first
was.
time in like probably 7 years.
That thing was fire.
Yeah.
Like,
brown
that thing
sugar
was
cinnamon
good, dude.
went down easy.
Oh, my God. I think it just had a strawberry with the white
Those are good,
frosting.
too. Those
And
are
I
good,
was
too.
blown away at how good it was. I had completely forgotten about Pop-Tarts. And also, like, it's Christmas season, so we're all letting ourselves in. Well, I don't want to speak for y'all. I'm letting myself indulge a bit, especially around the new baby, right? Like I said, double it. You should have seen me taking advantage of that room service at Women's. Calling up like every 5 minutes. Hey, what's up? I want some spaghetti and meatballs.
They're like,
or the meat
Christ,
sauce.
T-Bob again.
Give me another one of them club sandwiches. The fried catfish. It's really good. A little fried catfish, potatoes, green beans. I mean, I was living large up there at Women's, and it's all really cheap. Now, this is a bad take from Cody Masters. He says brown sugar cinnamon is a C-tier Pop-Tart.
No.
Come on, Cody.
Nope.
Come on, Cody. What the
I'm
hell
not
are you
here for
talking
that
about, bro?
slander.
The hell are you talking about, Cody?
It is a standard and a staple in the Pop-Tart flavors.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best. At least
It's
growing up,
my
I definitely
favorite.
thought it was the
Yeah,
best.
it's my
Yes.
favorite.
Again, I haven't had Pop-Tarts as an adult, so I need to eat one of each to give a full ranking. But yes, growing up, nothing beat a brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart in the morning. I need to do the thing, though, where You melt like some butter on it or something, I've heard.
Katie's family does that. I had never heard of it
It's like a big
until
country thing.
I started dating Katie. They get them out of the toaster and then get butter and spread it over the top of them.
Randolph Francois says, my girlfriend works at Women's. Met her for lunch yesterday. Food's actually pretty good. Food is good. The only thing is they obviously can't, like, season it a ton because, you're cooking for food allergies, all kinds of people, or whatever. But they give you, they give you Tony's, they give you salt, they give you pepper. So you just add, and it's all cooked very well. I'm a big fan. Again, I love that little condo that you get to stay in while you're there. It's great. Nurse is great. Everybody great. Emil McClellan saying toaster strudel's better than Pop-Tarts.
Not having that. Not having that at all, actually.
Another staple of my childhood that I haven't had as an adult. I mean, that Pop-Tart I had the other day was rolling. Yeah. The toaster strudel will be hard pressed to hold up to that, but we'll see. Let's close out number 2.
The icing's too much work.
What was up?
I said the icing's too much work.
It is more work. It is objectively like quite a bit more work. That is fair. And you have to cook it. You don't actually have to cook
You don't have
Pop-Tart
to cook a Pop-Tart.
if you don't want
It's
to.
just really good when it's warm and the milk's cold.
That's true. All right, let's close it hour 2 next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552.
I was worried about Central Plumbing with you being home so many extra days in a row without leaving.
We're good to go. I
Okay,
will
good.
say this, though. Little baby Bobby likes to crap quite a bit. Now, he's still crapping into diapers. Central Plumbing can't help you there. But when he eventually starts clogging and breaking toilets like his father, we'll have Central Plumbing ready to go, 925-8552. And I know they've been at it for 50 years. I know that everybody's licensed, bound, and insured. I know that they've seen it all, so they can fix it all. And you also know that it's not just residential, but commercial as well. Go to centralplumbing.org today.
225-925-8552. Remember, the holidays coming up. I mean, like T said, he's got extra family in town. You're probably going to have extra family in town as well. The last thing that you want to do is have a plumbing issue, right? It can be terrifying, but 24/7 does mean 24/7, so they will come out during the holidays, and they will help fix your problem. Again, that number, 225-925-8552.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care. It's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big V and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty.
Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Thursday's AFR, presented by the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Former Tiger Glenn Logan stops by. We'll visit with Paul Nolan, Mike Triplett, our Fantasy Blitz. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
All the way home,
Welcome back.
my dear, we're still goodbye. As long as you love me so.
He's trying to tell me something about after the infant stage in the chat. Boy, I got 3 kids. Shut your ass up. Hell up out of here. It is nice, I will say, and I've got a whole segment on new dad thoughts coming up, but it is nice, the 3rd kid, because a lot of the paranoia is gone from the first couple. Like the first kid you have, like the first night it's alive, you're like waking up every 30 seconds to like lean over to see if it's still breathing. Like staring at its chest in the dark, squinting your eyes, trying to make something out. Like, is that chest moving? Getting out a mirror and putting it underneath their nose, see if it fogs up and everything. Like if the baby starts to hiccup, you're like, oh my God, it's gonna die, dude. Whereas this time he's like, oh, you know, it's all good. It's a lot of the positive feelings without a lot of the stress and paranoia. So I think that's been pretty fantastic. Okay, give me some good bowl games to end the hour on, Jake. Give me some good bowl games. None of these just no more crap.
Liberty Bowl, Arkansas, Kansas, both 6-6.
Love it. Love that game. We'll watch.
Oregon, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Holiday Bowl.
Drake May. We'll talk about him during Stocking Stuffers. Love that he's staying at Chapel Hill.
Oklahoma, Florida State in the Cheez-It Bowl.
Yeah. Look, LSU, Florida State's gonna be a top 10 matchup next year.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's gonna be Jordan Travis coming back. It's gonna be a great game, dude. I'm hyped for it, and we owe their ass. So okay, let's see what you bet.
Both teams are going to finish their season where they start their season next year.
And both of the Cheez-It Bowls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Cool.
Texas, Washington
We'll
in the
figure
Alamo
out
Bowl.
who's feeling the cheesiest. That's awesome.
That might be one of the ones I'm most excited about.
You can call me a little husky boy. I know I've made fun of Aaron Murray a lot for barking as an adult male, but I will bark. Do the Huskies bark?
I don't know. I mean, it feels like a Georgia thing.
Georgia barks? You're not in your head, Mario.
Real life Huskies bark.
Well, it's not all what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Husky fan base. Do they bark? I don't remember. We played at Washington. First ever start. I don't remember any barking, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah. I love this one, the Gator Bowl, Notre Dame versus South Carolina.
Yeah, Beamer Bowl. Beamer's hot.
Yeah, sign me up for that
one. Beam Freeman.
Tennessee, Clemson in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, I love it.
Alabama, Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl.
No, don't care about it.
Iowa versus Kentucky in the Music City Bowl.
Yes, because this is the sickoest of sicko bowl games. Will Levis declares the draft. Again, the Josh Allen effect.
Yeah.
Which again, why wouldn't you? If people calling you a top 10 pick and you're awful, why should you come back and be awful again? Just go make money. Will Levis declares for the draft, which means we'll have a Kentucky second-string quarterback and you'll have an Iowa third-string quarterback that has never thrown a collegiate pass. And I don't exactly know how this came about, but apparently you'll only have one of the starting receivers from both teams actually starting the game. So 2 offenses that are already garbage. Yeah. I mean, this is the sickoest of sicko bowl matchups here.
Smash the under. Mississippi State taking on Illinois in, I don't even know what bowl game it is. I know it's in Tampa.
We talked about it yesterday. Chase Brown, come to LSU.
West
Come on.
Bowl, maybe.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come on down. It's your time.
He'd have to graduate because he started his career at Western Michigan.
Damn it!
He might have. I don't know. Maybe he graduated.
Okay. Well, never mind. Good bowl, though.
Tulane, USC, Cotton Bowl.
Good bowl. Shout out Tulane. Awesome. I hope they whoop USC's ass. Beat the hell out of those West Coast elites. And have you seen? I mean, USC, get a linebacker. Your middle linebacker cannot be 6'5", 200 pounds. It triggers the hell out of me.
I told you they weren't going to win.
He looks like a beanstalk. No. I told
the only one I got right
that Kentucky would blow up, and I told you that USC would win 10 games.
The only one I got right was Utah win the Pac-12. Let me have it.
I told you USC was going to win 10 games, and that Kentucky. Those are 2 of my 5 big predicts.
10 for nothing.
They're in a big New Year's 6.
You got to get smashed by the Green Wave.
Close it out today.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
We'll close it out now.
It's closed.
Jake, you have a safe trip to Philly.
All right, thank you.
And we will talk to you tomorrow.
I appreciate it.
Go to RejuveMeMedical.com. Restore me, refuel me, rejuve me. If you want to feel younger and better, Rejuve Me is there for you. Go get that free consultation. Figure out, let them draw your labs, figure out where your body's deficient, what it needs. Maybe HRT is for you. Great. Maybe it's not. That's fine. But they can craft a plan for you that's going to make you feel better. Also, ask about the metabolization optimization. You want to get your body to where you want it to be? Well, they can help. Go to RejuveMeMedical.com today.
225-230-4201 is the number. Let them know what you've got going on. And like T-Bob said, they can help you. A full list of conditions they can treat on the website at RejuveMeMedical.com. And you won't know until you go in. And so why would you deal with something if you can get it fixed? And they can fix it for you over at Rejuve Me Medical. Again, I always encourage you, pick up the phone, give them a call. It's the best way to do so. 225-230-4201.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $11,000 off MSRP plus 2.9% for 72 months on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
My dad just really enjoyed his life, and he enjoyed smoking cigars and thought he was invincible. My stepdad quit smoking, and he really felt like he was in the clear. Sorry. I wish they would have been screened annually. It's not just you affect, it's your entire family.
For more information on Ochsner's free smoking cessation program and to see if you qualify for early lung screenings, visit ochsner.org/quit.
Winter can be magical. The Mercedes-Benz Winter Event is here, and there's no better time to check out our new Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge inventory. We have the vehicles that can make your holiday extraordinary. See all the latest technological features on the newest models during our Mercedes-Benz Winter Event. Shop our best of the best award-winning dealership. Visit mbobr.com.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. on Thursday, December 8th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect sunny skies with a high of 80. Coming up on OTBOT, we talk to Scott Kushner, the Advocate, at 9:30. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. OTBOT, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah. Welcome back, OTB. Hour number 3. Jake is off to Philly. Cover a little Army-Navy on Saturday. Or is it tomorrow? Is it game tomorrow?
Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We will have Jake on for at least part of the show tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to have Rivers on or not. I am upset with her because of something that a dream version of her did. I had a very intense dream last night that me and 2 of my college roommates in Rivers had all planned to play this big like board game day. I had like a brand new game. It was 4-player co-op. We were so excited, and the day finally got there, and she bailed for some concert. And she was all like, oh, well, you got to understand, it's like a really cool band and blah, 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 blah. Just bailed on board game day for the concert. And it's funny, but I was legitimately angry. Like, you know what I'm talking about? If you had those dreams where it's somebody that you know in your dreams and you wake up with real emotions one way or another, like there's definitely been times where you've kind of fallen for someone in a dream, but there's also been times you wake up and you're like really angry at that person. Like you don't want to talk to them. And that's kind of how I'm feeling a bit today. Coming up on this hour of the show, we got Shay. Shay had to call out sick. It's going around. It's that time of year. But 9:30, we're going to talk to Scott Kushner. I have not talked to Kush in a while. Very excited to talk to him, a fellow father of 3, also a noted Tennessee fan, Pelicans beat writer for years now, and one of the few people who kind of called out the Saints media as being a little hive-mindy before the season started, as all he did was he caused some blowback, but he did point out, and yes, I agree, Greg. To be fair, that does sound very Rivers. But he did point out before the season that like out of like the 17 or 20 something beat writers of the Saints, that every single one of them picked the over on the Saints win total, which now does not look like it has a chance in hell of happening. And I was on the other side of that. I thought the over would hit. I thought it was like for sure. What could go wrong? Everything could go wrong in this Saints season, apparently. So I'm excited to talk to Scott coming up. Right now, give me some Christmas music because I want to give you into some stocking stuffers. And these are just some little tidbits from college football that kind of teased me a little bit and got me thinking a little bit. So, what kind of music? Just hit up Kalika again if you want. All right, it was great last time. Sasquatch Smash. So there's some talk of board games going on in the chat. I will say this right now. You know, I've been painting minis. The minis that I'm painting belong to this Journey Through Middle-earth game. And it's a cool game where it's co-op, but you can actually play solo. Because the role of the Dungeon Master is handled by an iPad app. It basically randomizes the map, randomizes encounters. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff if you're looking for something. It's from a couple of years ago, too. There's probably even better ones that are kind of, there are probably even better ones that are a further exploration of this idea that I haven't kept up with over the last couple of years, because I think this might have come out in like 2018. All right, here's some college football stocking stuffers, boys. JT Daniels in the transfer portal once again. I think he's coming up on his 6th or 7th year of college football, and he will be coming up on his 4th college football team. Now, what is exceedingly crazy about this is he started at every single one of these stops. It's not like he didn't play. He played for every single one of these teams. And remember, JT Daniels went to Georgia, to the SEC Media Day for the Georgia Bulldogs, only be benched for Staquavius later on, and for Bennett to go on to win a national championship. But think about this. The real winner here, boys. Think about the JT Daniels man cave. Whenever he gets older in life and eventually has a room to call his own and put up his old trophies, you're going to have badass USC gear. You're going to have badass Georgia gear with a national championship ring. You're going to have West Virginia gear, which is like kind of like a cool, like a little bit of a deep cut, nice unis and everything, right? What would be the perfect team to close out the JT Daniels trophy case, right? He's got Pac-12, he's got SEC, he's got Big 12. I don't think anybody in the ACC is cool enough from a brand standpoint. I think you want to, like some people are talking about like USF, like, ugh, gross. No, please, come on, dude. We need a little excitement. You know what he needs Nebraska. I'm sure Matt Rule needs a quarterback. Nebraska's a great brand that could actually be available, like time available to play. That would look so nice if you could have your own jersey. I mean, this ain't the NFL. You have your own jersey, and it's a Bulldogs, USC, West Virginia, and Nebraska. That would be sick. Make it happen. JT Daniels. Some other massive news. Jim Leonhard, Wisconsin interim coach and defensive coordinator, is on the open market. How rare is this? You want to talk about a nice Christmas present for some head coach out there. This is a man who was just getting defensive coordinator offers in the NFL a year ago. Remember, they turned down the Packers. But it's wild. Normally, if you think about an elite coordinator being on the market, maybe they normally they jump straight from being an elite coordinator to be a head coach. Maybe then they fail as a head coach, and that's why they're back on the market. Very rare. Or maybe they're just hired away directly from that other school because somebody paid them more. Very rare is when somebody just hits the open market in the way that Jim Leonhard has, as he basically said that he does not want to stay on staff under Luke Fickell at Wisconsin. And so now you have a premier defensive talent just waiting to be wrapped under someone's Christmas tree. I have to imagine he's going to make a lot of money. Did you know this, Mario? I know you appreciate a good underdog story. Did you? And I did not. Do you know about Jim Leonhard's story?
I do not.
He was a 5'8" walk-on, 5 feet 8 inches tall, a 5'8" walk-on on Wisconsin that went on to be a 3-time first-team All-American safety. 5'8" walk-on to 3-time first-team All-American. If that's not mind-blowing enough, he then goes undrafted only to make it 10 years in the NFL. So, I mean, this is a cat who has consistently been told you are not good enough only to be more than good enough.
That's cool. Wisconsin's got a lot of those underdog stories. J.J. Watt, Ryan Ramczyk, almost becoming a welder.
That's true. Very true. And while he was at Wisconsin, he had a defense that ranked first in the country in total defense, third in run, fifth in scoring. So, like, he's going to be great. He's a massive asset just floating out there. Another stocking stuffer, a Scott Satterfield stocking stuffer for a little alliteration. Scott Satterfield and Cincinnati stocking stuffer. Let's bump it up one more. We talked about it a bit earlier, but Scott Satterfield somehow gets the Cincinnati job despite not really doing anything at Louisville. There was that one random week where Louisville popped up as being ranked this year. That was kind of funny. Just 1 week out of nowhere, Louisville's in at 25, and they go back. Now they're 7-5 at the end of the year. Like, he hasn't done anything. He just got a very good job. But again, the best part is Louisville's now facing Cincinnati in a bowl game. Scott Satterfield sitting out. But a lot of the Louisville coaches will be coaching for Cincinnati immediately when this game ends. College football is incestuous. Also, this is why when people are like, I don't care who you hire, just hire the best person for the job. Like, okay, first off, nobody knows who the best person is. If you knew who the best person is, you wouldn't have bad hires. Like, by definition. So this whole idea that he's going to hire the best person for the job is incredibly flawed. Scott Frost looked like the perfect person for the Nebraska job. Tom Herman looked like the perfect person for the Texas job. And what happened to those hires? So just hiring the best person. No, you know who people hire? The people that they know. That's what happens. And that's now how Jeff Brom, after kind of maxing out at Purdue, now ends up back at Louisville replacing Scott Satterfield. So I thought that was pretty funny. Nothing much to say here. UNLV hired Barry Odom, right? The only thing I care about there, good. Get out of here, Barry Odom. Outcoached the hell out of LSU this year with that Arkansas defense. A very good defensive coordinator that's now out the SEC West. My enemy got weaker. That's a good day. Will Levis declares for the draft, which, again, makes a ton of sense. Like, if you have a garbage year like Will Levis did, and they're still saying you're going to be maybe a top 10 pick, a first-round pick, go. You can't really raise your stock anymore. Go. Try to be the next Josh Allen. Take advantage of the pathway that Josh Allen has paved for you to get paid. And also for Levis, had to feel like you took a major step back in Kentucky this year. So much promise after last year, only to go back and look exactly like Kentucky has always looked under the Stoops era. And again, the real winner here is the sickos, who get to watch a Kentucky-Iowa Music City Bowl with backup quarterbacks galore and no offense to be had. Boys, speaking of declaring, Anthony Richardson declares, Anthony Richardson was really bad this year, like from a pure quarterback standpoint. But am I crazy or do y'all agree? I'd be kind of hyped if the Saints took him.
Oh, no. I disagree.
What?
No, not at all.
Why? He's huge.
He has several flaws as
He's
a passer.
so fast.
Yeah, he's literally tall. That's pretty much what he has to offer.
Yeah.
No, he's way too raw. He had the 80-yard run against LSU and
tight.
the game against Utah. But
Yep.
apart from that, not very much that's attracted me
Do
to
you
him.
remember that spinning two-point conversion? I mean, bruh.
I remember people comparing him to Cam Newton, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, remember Tom McShay had him top 15 on his board at that time. He is infinitely more exciting than Andy Dalton. I mean, for whatever that is worth.
Most things are. That's not saying much.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Andy
That's
played
fair.
good the other night. Don't want to take away from that, but come on, man.
That's why I kind of hate Andy Dalton, though.
Yeah.
Because he's played good. Like, sure, he's played good. He's played good enough where I can't actually, like, get too up in arms about being upset that is your starting quarterback. But it still sucks. It's still boring as hell, and it's not translating to wins. Also, Dennis Allen, stop being a coward. The way that you punt the ball makes me sick. Go for it on 4th and 1. Literally, what do you have to lose? This punting is going to cause you to lose your job. Go for it. Wuss. And also, LSU, I like going for it on 4th and 1 with Nuss when the offense was kind of rolling. Do not run zone read out of gun to Jalen Carter coming out of a stoppage of play. If it's a hurry up 4th and 1 situation, sure, I'm down. I'm not even anti-shotgun or anything. I mean, I would just sneak it, whatever. But no, hurry up, fine. Not out of a break and play to the defensive lineman that just held up your quarterback like a trophy to the crowd. Unbelievably dumb. And my final stocking stuffer, Drake May staying at North Carolina. I was very concerned about the rumors that he was maybe going to go to Alabama. You know, the rich get richer, et cetera, et cetera. But thank God he's decided to stay and be that Chapel Hill hero. He was incredible this year. And not just, I mean, look, he was in the long go offense, which, you know, doesn't always translate to the NFL. It creates some stats. But like talking to people that know quarterback play, his footwork, his lower body, like Aaron Murray on snaps. So he talks about how he like really reminds him like a young Aaron Rodgers. He's like 6'5", 220. Yeah, Drake May belongs in Chapel Hill, and I'll say it once to say it again. An ACC championship at UNC means way more than a national championship at Alabama if Drake May can somehow manage to pull it off. Kind of interesting here. Phil Longo's going to Wisconsin. with Luke Fickell. Can you imagine an odder fit than a spread longo attack at Wisconsin? I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. We'll see. Also very intrigued to see who they're going to take, because like you have this premier prospect in May now. You have to take advantage of it and nail this offensive coordinator hire if you're Mac Brown and the Tar Heels. There are some college football stocking stuff. You're welcome. Coming up next, got some new dad thoughts. You want to get some questions in the chat? We can get to those. Then we got Scott Kushner of that. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
OTB, OT.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. The dealership's so nice. Bought from their price, or about to be, when I finally pulled the trigger on a new vehicle. But the point is they're right there off of Airline Highway. Toyotathon's going on right now, so there's all kind of incredible deals. If you want like a Sequoia, a Tundra, a Camry. I've been leasing a Camry. I told little baby Bobby the other day, you play your cards right, okay? You too could maybe hope to one day have a 3-year lease on a Camry. No guarantee, okay? But you play your cards right. That could be you one day, little Bobby, okay? Understand that. And understand that when you buy from All-Star Toyota, you're entering a family. Love everybody over there, from the salespeople, the service department, top to bottom, just good vibes. Good prices as well, which I guess is what ultimately matters, and the great selection. And the great warranty coverage, whether you're buying new or a Toyota certified used vehicle. So, you need the answers to all of your vehicular questions. You want to go to the best in the business, best in the city. That's All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly...
Join me, Jimmy Otten, handyman, for the Thursday edition of Game Time. We're live as Jolie Pearl Oh, man, have you seen it? The elves have landed. Oh, it's like Christmas at Jolie Pearl. Ho, ho, Annie. On 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Hold it now, wait, hold it. That's played out. Hit it. Don't you give me all that jive about things you wrote before I was alive. Cause this ain't 1823, ain't even 1970. Now I'm the guy named Curtis Blow, and Christmas is one thing I know. So every year, just about this time, I celebrate it with a rhyme. Gonna shake it, gonna bake it, gonna make it good. Gonna rock it through your neighborhood. Gonna read, gonna sing
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Oh my God, the night before is so good. You see Seth Rogen's Star David sweater? So I actually had a friend buy that for me because they knew how much I love the movie. And this is like maybe before I was aware of any ideas like cultural appropriation or how it could be offensive maybe to like wear that when I'm not Jewish. Even though my stepfather's Jewish. So I don't know if that counts, right? I feel a little Jewish. Maybe not though. It's not blood. But I wore it to the mall in Atlanta. And when I tell you, I got more attention from females than I have ever gotten in my entire life. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Like, I'm talking like 4 different women came up and kind of hit on me, all Jewish girls. And they immediately asked if I was Jewish, like off the bat. And the first person I said no to, and it was very clearly odd, right? Like they were like, well, then why the hell do you have this sweater on, basically? And after that, I just started lying and saying half Jewish. Yeah, I'm half. Yeah, my father's Jewish. But unreal, dude. Unreal. I could make some real waves in the Jewish community. I don't know if maybe I'm a bit bigger or what the deal is, but I was shocked at the amount of attention that I was getting from the other sex when that has never been my life experience. But God, it's a good sweater, though. I still have it. I can only wear it, though, in non-public arenas as, again, it's, probably a little offensive to walk around with a Star of David when I'm not actually Jewish.
That movie's so funny.
It's a hilarious movie. I mean, I don't know if I have ever, and my wife jokes about this all the time as well. She sees me in that Seth Rogen character in that movie, from the personality, the extracurricular activity usage that he gets into. Yeah, I can go on a bit of benders, okay? And my boy Seth goes on a bit of a bender. That movie, Mr. Green, everybody. I mean, the whole movie's great. If you haven't seen Night Before, again, it's adult. It is not for kids. But I would take it out. I would definitely say to check it out. Daniel Bastards wish you had more Jewish delis here. I agree. Is there a good Jewish deli here?
Not that I know of.
There was a place when I was living over in Bucktown. There was a place not far from me. That was a great local Jewish deli that I used to go get on my challah at to make French bread. And it was absolutely fantastic. But I don't know of anyone here, actually. If anybody knows. I mean, if you're an entrepreneurial Jewish person here in the capital city, I feel like there's a great niche there, okay? It feels like that is wide open. Like I'm having to go to New York Bagel to try to get my bagel fix on. It probably should not be that way. In fact, if you've got any good bagel recommendations, go ahead and put those in the chat. I would love to know. We got a lot of dad talk going on in the chat. I got some new dad thoughts. A lot of people talking about video gaming as a new dad. Look, I love video games, always have. Now I'm going through a stretch right now where I'm gaming the least in my entire life. Unfortunately, I'm just kind of watching things from afar. But I will say this: generally, yes, your first newborn, gaming's great. It's easy. You can have the game. Now I will say this. Single player games you're going to find are your friend, right? Something you can pause at a moment's notice, you can drop down and pick up. It's going to be a little harder if you're talking about playing like a competitive shooter or like a battle royale game or something along those lines. I will say the first 2 kids I got really into MMOs, which are not single player, but they kind of are. They can be at least with WoW Classic and Lord of the Rings Online. Now with 3, though, that's a little too tough. I have found the premier activity for newborn, reading. Get yourself a good book. Get yourself a good book that you're into. It's the ultimate form of pick up and put down entertainment. You can pause it at a moment's notice. You carry it everywhere with you. It's very relaxing when you're sitting there with a fresh newborn in your arms. It's been fantastic. Something that I had not experienced before is a little baby circumcision. It's pretty intense, y'all. I'm not going to lie. That thing looks nasty, and it's only getting nastier. And that's how it's got to heal, is by getting nastier and nastier. And every time you change a diaper, it just feels like you're doing a bit of torture to that little child. I thought it was weird having to get used to little baby female genitals, but that circumcision thing ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. Shout out to everybody who doesn't, speaking of Jewish people. Other new dad thoughts. I already mentioned the fact that I think that Santa Tell Me has supplanted Mariah Carey as the all-time best pop song. And again, I would say that, Alfonso Andres says, it gets pretty bad until it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's the scabbing. It's so, ugh. Also, I don't know, dude. I felt like Little Man was kind of packing before. Now I feel like they kind of took a lot off. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. We'll kind of see what direction that ends up going. Samuel Ayers mentioned Stein's in New Orleans. Yeah, Stein's used to be one of my spots back in the day. Maybe a little bit of it is off magazine. It's a little like, I don't know, Danny Marr, as the local New Orleans guys, would y'all declare Stein's as like a New Orleans local place or just a great deli?
Oh, because of its location, maybe. Like you might get a lot of tourists and stuff there, but yeah, solid.
They used to have a very cool beer room where you would like walk out the back of the restaurant into a little secret side door. I don't know if they still had it. And they had a wonderful selection of beer that we used to pick up for board gaming and whatnot. Danny, Mark, any plans to have any kids anytime soon?
No, not anytime soon or relatively soon.
Let me know. You can. I'm here. You can bounce any of your questions off of me, and I've got your answers.
Good to know. Maybe in like 10 years.
Avo Mars wanted says the strategy to play games with kids is completely sacrificing sleep. I play after the kids and wife go to bed. I only get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night. Yeah, the problem with that is going to bed at 10 o'clock. I only get like 5 hours of sleep a night or 6 hours of sleep. So, yeah, that's kind of give my mini opinion. I guess like 9 to 10 a lot of times. Not as much right now. We'll see. All right, when we get back here in OTB, let's talk to a little Scott Kushner, and then we're going to Ask the Bench after that. Keep it locked. Off the bench.
OTB, OT. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision.
It's Hunt. Join me 1 to 3 on Thursday. Luke Johnson stops by to talk about the black and gold, and we keep diving into that transfer portal. Hunt Palmer Show 1 to 3 weekdays, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
You two, take a lap. Both of you. Hit the stairs, okay? I want 2 stares out of y'all. You come back with the generic, and I don't care whose fault it is. I agree, Mario. It's Danny's fault. Like, I believe that it's fully Danny's fault. But, guys, it's Christmas. All you do is just click a song out of the playlist. Like, you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to think twice. There's thousands of songs to choose from. And you give me some generic ripoff of what it is, ho, what's up? Unbelievable. Take a lap, both of you. Terribly ashamed. I love my next guest, though. Let's go to the phone lines. As we got Pelicans beat writer extraordinaire, the Tennessee fan man himself, talking about Scott D. Kushner, the only man who stood up to the Saints hive mind and tried to tell you like it was before the season started. Scott, what's going on, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. Just can't quite believe I'm living in a town that's, buzzing for Tulane football and the Pelicans. It's a weird time to be alive here, T-Bob.
That is true. I forget Scott, also a massive Tulane man. I really enjoyed the picture of you and Jake Madison randomly running into each other for the first time in years while storming the field at a Tulane Green Wave game. It's we live in the upside down. I mean, Scott, before the season, you pointed out, and I think rightfully so, that it was a bit interesting that every single person that covers the Saints in depth had them on the over of the win total. Now it looks like every single person is going to be wrong. While the Pelicans, look, you can tell me they're not the best in the West, but today I get to just say scoreboard and just be lazy about it. And you can't even argue back because your New Orleans Pelicans, Scott, sitting at 16-8 atop the Western Conference. I mean, what the hell, man? How does it feel?
It's crazy, and it doesn't feel like a fluke. I mean, they were struggling a little bit in October, And, I am the first one to hit the panic button. I'm the first one to look for, a crease of negativity. Like I have covered a lot of bad teams for a long time, and I kind of looked. And even then I was like, I'm just not worried about this team. They're good enough. They'll figure something out. And it turns out they're doing it in a really interesting way, which is they're not leaning on their stars really at all, with the exception of Zion. They're just doing it. Different guy every night just seems to show up. And, whether that makes you the best team in the NBA, I don't know, because it's a playoff-driven league. But it certainly makes you a very well-rounded team for an 82-game grind. And they look very well built to get to the next several months.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Brandon Ingram's just, 9 games now at this point? So you're a third of the way through the season. You're in first of the Western Conference. It's a nice sample size, and that's not having Brandon Ingram for a third of that time. And then, like you said, you get into CJ missing time, Zion missing time, Herb missing time. But this team and how it's constructed, and specifically how they've drafted the last couple of years, it is truly a sight to behold. Scott, do we have an update on the Alvarado situation last night? As it looked, he looked fine on the bench afterwards. But after the initial injury, it looked like his ribs had been broken. It looked like he was in a lot of pain.
It really looked like his chest had caved in.
Yeah.
He was writhing on the ground. The entire team ran and surrounded him. I was like, oh my God. I was like, are we going to Viking funeral this guy out of the stadium? I was like, this is insane. But as far as I saw, it was a rib contusion. I'm sure they'll give more updates throughout the day. They don't play today, so that's nice to have a day off. And then Friday night against Phoenix. Look, bruised toe is what has kept Brandon Ingram out for 5 games. I don't know what a bruised rib is in comparison, but if I had to guess, Jose Alvarado will be out there sooner than you think, the same way that Brandon Ingram tends to be out longer than you think.
Scott, has this... that makes sense. My bad. Has this been the greatest fall for you personally ever? I know the Saints being bad sucks, but Tennessee, was a playoff team until they weren't. They beat Alabama and break that streak. They're kind of the sexy team for the vast majority of college football. Like you said, Tulane has a year beyond comprehension where they then get revenge on the only team that really beat them to then go and now make a Sugar Bowl, and the Pelicans are in first place. Is this the best personal fall you've ever had?
It doesn't feel real. I had a third child, as you know. Third child, your life just kind of melds into this chaos at home, and you're just kind of always home. And so it's just great when you're like, oh my God, I get to watch Tulane football today. This is beautiful. And it's a very weird thing to be looking forward to things like Pelicans games and Tennessee football and all these things that have made me so miserable for the last 15 years. And now they're all good, and it's very it's very strange and wonderful and majestic at the same time. But I'm telling you, man, that win in Baton Rouge was the strangest feeling I think I've ever had of watching every LSU fan leave midway through the third quarter, and they're calling Baton Rouge. There's nobody there.
It was bad.
It doesn't even feel. And then look, LSU turned their season around. So credit to the Tigers. Obviously a good year, but it was just it was an omen for what was to come.
Yeah, well, don't worry, Scott. Tony V and the boys about to catch these hands come spring. Okay. I hope Tennessee baseball. Yeah, I hope Tennessee baseball enjoyed their time in the sun, because it's over. Jay Johnson and the boys are coming. Have Tennessee fans just left baseball behind? Was it is it the Toy Story meme of "I don't want to play with you anymore," and they're just dropping Woody into the trash can now that Tennessee football's good again?
Oh yeah, so the basketball team's number 7. I haven't had one person text me about it. no one cares. The basketball team won the SEC last year. You would have thought it was the most monumental thing that ever occurred.
Yep.
And now it's they're number 7 in the country to beat Kansas. Literally, no one cares. They were talking about how to get their Orange Bowl tickets. I was like, guys, no one cares about the Orange Bowl except us. I was like, this is only a big deal to us. So it's very funny.
Scott, what about this? When you look at the Pelicans, and again, like we talk about, great teams have multiple ways to win. The ways that they find to win continue to create. It's Jose Alvarado one night. It's Najee Marshall last night. Trey Murphy just continues to show that he has all-star potential. It's just wild, man. I've never seen something so exciting, young, and full of potential I hate to play these games early on because really my core messaging would be for fans to enjoy this season because the come up are always the fun parts. But when you look at maybe like realistic expectations, right? For us entering the year, it was make the playoffs without being in the play-in. If you can make the playoffs without being in the play-in, like that's a massive success. Is that where you started and has it changed at all? Like where are you now for what you want to see out of the season?
It's definitely where I started. I always thought their ceiling was pretty high, though. But mostly that was built on the fact that I thought Ingram, McCollum, and Zion together kind of fit so well. But they haven't even needed them to fit.
Yeah.
They've hardly played together. And they're winning with a lot of other ways. And they had a lot of depth. And it's just fun to watch because it really is like you turn on a game. NBA regular season is such a grind. The games all kind of run together. But because there's a different guy every night that's kind of leading the charge, like Jose Alvarado Sunday scores 38. Last night, Najee Marshall takes over. It's like you don't know what to expect, but you know somebody's going to fill the void and make a play. And it's made me think that they are built for the regular season in a way that, like, I think they can be a top 2 or 3 seed. And I don't know what would really stop them from being higher than that because the best team in the West, in my opinion, at least, Golden State, doesn't care about the regular season.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not a priority. And I think Phoenix prioritized the regular season too much last year, and they won 64 games, and then they got blasted in the second round in Game 7. And so it's like, I think the Pelicans will probably prioritize it as much as anyone because they haven't won before. And I think that's going to give them a really good chance to get a very high seed.
Can you win that new regular season trophy this year? The best record trophy?
I don't know. Are they giving that out? I don't know if they're giving that out this year.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Because I was going to say, we got a trophy to play for now.
Banner,
dude.
baby.
Yeah, let's
hang
go.
A banner.
Even though I think
in
the
hockey,
team...
they hang like 6, you know? Like...
That's what I was going to say, but also like in hockey, the team that wins that never wins the cup, right? Like ever. Like the best record never, ever ends up winning it. What about Zion, Scott? Because this last month, I was trying to find some exact parameters. I did see in the month of November, he basically averaged like 30, 10, 6, and 2 and 2. Like it's unreal, his rise. And is he kind of asserting himself as like, you know, maybe I am the best player on this team? Because for a while it looked like it was clearly Brandon Ingram. But the way that you hear coaches talk about Zion and just talking heads around the NBA, he is very much proving to be that inhuman mismatch that it looked like he was always had the potential to be.
It is a little bit of a blessing in disguise how injured Ingram has been and how ineffective McCollum has been at times, in that it has forced Zion to take that role and be like, and hey, I can be the best player on the court at any time I really want to be. And I think him coming back from such a long injury, him kind of getting used to, this team again and sort of feeling his way around. For him, it's a new coach. I think this pushed him a little faster than maybe he would have ultimately wanted to go, but it's definitely for the best. And he clearly has that gear that almost no one on planet Earth has to take over NBA games with just kind of the drop of a hat. And look, he's still bigger than everyone. Still stronger than everyone, and he's still extremely effective when he gets anywhere near the rim. And that's just a good combination. And he's now bringing it on both sides. You see the defense has really started to arrive. He was terrible on defense for a lot of his career, but now he's rebounding, he's defending, he's getting some steals, he's like jumping out for blocks. It is, he's just awesome, man. And everybody knows he's so talented that it kind of feels stupid to say it. And it almost feels like superfluous, but it's like, yeah, you should appreciate how good this guy is, like, because he was not that good in October, and he is now spectacular, and it is worth showing up to watch him, if nothing else on this team, just to watch him. But ultimately, like, where this team's ceiling is how well he fits with McCollum and Ingram, which we haven't really gotten to yet. What we've seen is that he can be spectacular. We kind of already knew that, but it's just great to see it again.
Scott, speaking of the crowd, I feel like crowds look great on television. And for all the talk, like, you can get a ticket for $5. You can get a ticket to $5 for a Memphis game as well. I mean, it's just what happens. A midweek NBA game. Yeah. Like, do you feel like you have seen, and I'm expecting it to be rocking the next 2 against the Suns. Do you feel like you've seen that stadium come to life this year?
Definitely. There's obviously Wednesday against the Pistons is about the most unattractive thing you can see on an NBA schedule. And that's what last night was, a Wednesday in December against the Pistons. And that ordinarily, especially last year, that's 5,000 people.
Yeah.
You can throw, you can shoot cannonballs across the upper deck. Like, there's nobody there. I'm not saying it was full last night, because it wasn't. But the lower bowl was probably 80-ish to 85% full. There was people in the upper bowl. There was real energy, and especially as the game got close toward the end, it felt very much like a real competitive NBA game. And that's the problem so often in this city, is that people would show up for the weekend, but the weekdays were just dead. And that is no longer the case. And as they continue to win, as they continue to build momentum and football kind of falls to the wayside, I do think it will start to become an even bigger deal each and every home game. And as you get toward the crescendo of the playoffs, I think there's no question where the trend is going. But yes, will you be able to get into the upper reaches of the upper bowl for $5 and $10? Yeah, probably. And you know what? That's good.
That's good.
I
yes.
want that. Like, you don't want to be able. You don't want to get to a situation like the NFL where to get into the stadium costs $120.
Yes.
I don't think it's good for anybody in long term.
No, I mean,
I do think that
Go
the
ahead.
lower bowl should be hard to get into now, and I think you're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to spend $10 and go watch Zion Williamson and this Pelicans team play his first in the West, that's a blessing. That's just a great advantage for the city. All right, Scott, thank you so much, man. Scott D. Kushner, covers the Pelicans for the Advocate. Have the best fall of his life. Thank you, Scott.
Get some sleep, T-Bob.
I try my best, bro. You know what's helping? AccuTemp Baton Rouge, right? Keep my AC and heating running. Hopefully I'll have to turn back on that heating soon. Remember, any AC heating or electrical issues, you want to go to AccuTemp of Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com. Go look at the online reviews. They are incredible, y'all. It really speaks for itself. They say service to the highest degree, and they mean it. AccuTemp of Baton Rouge. Ask the bench next.
OTB, OT.
Go to allstartoyota.batonrouge.com, allstartoyota of Baton Rouge.com. I love being look, if you like Off the Bench, thank you. We love you. You know who loves us? All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, one of the main sponsors of the show. So if you enjoy the show and you like the fact that we can bring it to you every day and there's no subscription costs or Patreon or anything like that. I mean, you do listen to the commercials. We thank you for sticking with us through that. But you want to support All-Star Toyota. But I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe in the product. And I want to be clear, I don't have any inside deals or anything. I pay normal car notes like everybody else does, and I chose to take my business to All-Star Toyota because I love it. I love the service. I love the selection. I love the vehicles themselves. Toyota stand the test of time. I love my Toyota Sienna minivan. The murdered out mini. You already know about it. I talk about it all the time. I've loved leasing a Camry. I'm excited to see what's next. All I know is what's going to be next is All-Star Toyota. Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com today, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana Loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating.
Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Thursday's AFR, presented by the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Former Tiger Glenn Logan stops by. We'll visit with Paul Nolan, Mike Triplett, our Fantasy Blitz. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
If I were to rank the Grinches, I want to be clear. I think all three are fantastic. And I mean the original animation, I mean the Jim Carrey live-action Ron Howard movie, and I mean the new animated movie out of Illumination Animation, the Minions people, which I don't care for Minions at all. I kind of hate it. But if I were to rank them, I'm going to go Jim Carrey Grinch, I'm going to go original animation, and then I'm going to go Illumination, but it's close. And I think all three are great, and all three are completely interchangeable.
OG is definitely number one. That smile is elite, the devious smile.
It's a great smile. It's a great smile. And I mean, this song is elite as well. Did some fun gambling in the hospital, lost everything. My wife, turns out, was not as good as she was on Thanksgiving. I don't know if it was just the post-birth haze or something. But I had a lot of fun gambling with DraftKings. And look, you will as well. DraftKings Sportsbook app, promo code Baton Rouge. Great sign-up deals going on constantly. You bet on the NBA, the World Cup, the NHL, NFL, NCAA. I mean, it's all going on right now in the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Any way you want to play, live betting, parlays, same-game parlays, all that, all there for you. So we'll Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cold Curse Life, Visitor Tilts and Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Wheat. Ask the Bench, should your child's nickname be Robertus Maximus? Very masculine name. Secures gender. Our actual names are Bobby. It's not Robert, which is a bit interesting. So it might have to be Bobbius Maximus. But no, I'm thinking little baby Bobby. Uncle baby Bobby. I don't know if Quad Bob's actually going to fly. As many times as I've talked about it. I'm shocked. We actually, and this is probably on me because every day we have a ton of Ask the Bench questions and I never get them. But then the one day where we actually have time for Ask the Bench, there's no Ask the Bench questions. I will say this. I'm very happy to be back. Very thankful to be back with y'all. Looking forward to this next stage. Looking forward to getting ready for the Citrus Bowl. Looking forward to covering this Pelican season in depth for the rest of the year. Cannot wait for LSU baseball. How's LSU basketball doing while I've been out, boys?
I think they only lost that one game to Kansas State, right?
Okay.
So
cool.
Pretty good.
Cool. Right on.
Adam Miller's playing really well, supposedly, according to Hunt.
Ranked or anything?
No.
Okay. That's what's up. Boys, you watch any Christmas movies yet?
Not yet, honestly. How about you, Danny?
What do you got? Relay the message. It's okay. I know Danny's mic is broken, by the way.
Huh? Home Alone.
Okay. Maybe don't relay the message. Maybe talking to the same mic. That was weird. I didn't like that at all.
You tried.
I watched Home Alone with the kids the other day, and I know I apologize for this take because it's very trite and boring and hackneyed at this point because the internet has really really shown this. But Uncle Frank's an a-hole. Like, he's a great movie villain. In the original Home Alone, it's pretty fantastic. Ask the Bench, what's your favorite Christmas tradition? Setting up the Snow Village and the snow train. Ask the Bench, T-Bob gamble away his kids' college tuition. No. I get made fun of in betting circles because I bet like $10 and I get pissed off if it doesn't hit. Ask the Bench. T-Bob, I have a spot open in my 2040 baseball roster. Commit your son now and lock in for a small roster fee. Maybe. Maybe so. What Christmas movie should I watch tonight, boys? Should I watch Spirited? Maybe do
Yeah, check it out. They've been talking about it a lot on the show. So
that's what I'm thinking that's the plan. All right, y'all. Well, look, I love y'all. Like I said, thank you so much for taking me back. Tomorrow, we'll be talking with Jake live from Philadelphia quite a bit. Hoping to get Ribs here in studio to apologize for being mean to me in my dream. And huge thank you to Mario and Danny. Great to see you boys again. And everybody watching the show, you know we love you, man. Thank you for hanging out with us every single morning. Let's do it again tomorrow and close out the week by Off the Bench.
OTB, OT.
And look, it is going around right now. If you are feeling bad, it's what I did last week when I was feeling awful. Go to Patient Plus Urgent Care. If it's your first time, you're going to set up a digital profile. What's nice about that is every time after that, when you go, it's so incredibly easy. You just sign in right there on your phone. It takes 2 seconds, and you get in, you get better. So for any of life's unexpected moments, you got the kid, you suddenly coughing or whatnot, you're not feeling great, you need to be feeling better immediately. Patient Plus Urgent Care is there for you. 4 Christmases is really good, Peter. I agree with you there. And look, they got locations all throughout Baton Rouge, and really the facilities are going to blow you away, right? And that's, I always talk about the occupational medicine needs, right? The OCMED that the Patient Plus does, that mid-city location is so much nicer than what you're used to when you deal with these OCMED places. And, you know, it's not just the facility, it's also the services that you get. Go to PatientPlusUrgentCare.com today.
Nearly half of children in foster care drop out of school. But you can rewrite that story. Change a child's story. Become a volunteer today.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.